What's up, everyone? Today we are going to be ranking every single Overwatch League player. As you can see, we got a lot of them, so get your snacks and come back. This is every Overwatch League player that's listed on Liquipedia, so if I miss someone, it's not my fault, it's Liquipedia's fault because they didn't list them on the team. I guess I'll walk us through the categories here. At the very top, we got GOAT candidate. These are the absolute greatest players that have ever touched the game. There's probably going to be 10 or less people up here. These are the big boys. Then we got the legends, pretty self-explanatory. Role stars, again, pretty self-explanatory. Players who I think were great. Players who I think that were good. Players that I think were average. Meh. Disappointing is like, so the difference between meh and disappointing is meh is just like, I kind of like forgot that you were like, like you were there. And disappointing is like, I noticed that you were bad. And then not already is obviously the players that were in Overwatch League, but were not ready to be in Overwatch League and got destroyed like every game. And then no playtime is anyone here that I either don't remember playing or that I know has not played at all. It's in alphabetical order. I'm now realizing that I should have like labeled all the pictures so that it says their names. That would make it easier for everyone else following along. If you like this sort of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and then also make sure to comment what my worst take is, because I'm sure I'm gonna make a lot of people mad with this. There's just no way that that everyone could possibly agree with me. Or comment what you agree with me on. Maybe let's do that instead. Instead of what I did wrong. Say what I did right, please. I'll probably leave a link to this in the description if you want to try it out yourself. But with all that out of the way, let's get going. All right, starting in the A's, this is Admiral of the London Spitfire. He had a good Season 5 and has not looked so great so far on Season 6, so I'm going to put him in average, maybe a little bit below. He's kind of meh so far. Next up, we got Otto, who played on Season 1 Shanghai Dragons, and then he ended up on Spark later at some point. I always really liked Otto, despite the fact that he never really put up any results. I'm actually going to put him in disappointing, because I wanted more out of him. I really did. We also ended up on Justice at some point, and well, we all know how bad Justice is. So yeah, I'm going to put him in disappointing. I wanted some more out of him. Next up, we got Adora from Spark. He's fine. There's not really much to be said. Agilities. I always really liked Agilities, but he never really did too much. Really popped off in World Cup in like 2017, 2016 though. Very famous Genji player. I'll put him in average. I think he was fine for his career. Then we got Aid from Toronto Defiant. I actually think he's had better results as a coach than a player. As a player, he never really impressed me. Alright, next up we got Aim God. I think Aim God was pretty good as a player. He played on Boston Season 1, and then he ended up on Fusion later. I always thought Aim God was pretty good. I'll put him in good. I thought Aim God was quite good. AKM. The one thing that AKM is remembered for is for taking 4 minutes to build his ult on Genji in Season 1. The AKM blade that took the entire round for him to charge up. Yeah, I'll put him in disappointing. He never really did anything. Alarm is so good. He was incredible. Rookie of the Year, Season 3. Unfortunately, no longer with us. So he only got to play 2 seasons. I think if he was still playing, if he had that opportunity to still be playing, he could go up into the top tier, but just off of 2 incredible seasons, that's instant legend status for me. Next we got Almao or Alamau, or I don't know how you say this. He was like a Brazilian Lucio player who played on Boston. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember ever seeing him play. He might have played a few maps. Don't remember it. Next we got Alpha Yi. Alpha Yi is really good. He played on Spark last 2 seasons, and then he's on Justice right now. And he's, quite honest, in my opinion, he's the only reason Justice are doing good right now. Yeah, I think Alpha Yi is a great DPS player. Next up, we got Altering from the original Shanghai Dragons. He was their like support player, their Mercy player. He was, well, that team went 0-40, so all their players are gonna end up down here. Well, not all of them, because I already put Auto up here. And well, there's another guy who's gonna go quite high. Next up, we have Although is pretty average. He was there and he did his job, and then that was it. Next up we got Ameng, very well known for his Wrecking Ball when we were in a Goats meta, in a very Reinhardt meta, and this guy was still playing Wrecking Ball. Kind of a weirdo in terms of his hero pool. A fan favorite, to be honest, but I don't think he's that good. I'll put him in good. I think he was good. He had a niche and he filled it, you know. So that was his thing. Next up, we got Onimo. I always thought Onimo was very good. I don't know where he's at right now. He might have retired, I think. I always thought Onimo was a really great player. Obviously, he was part of that very dominant New York in season 1 and 2. Well, they were less dominant in season 2, but they're still very good. I think he was a great main support player. Next up, we have Enyan, who's currently signed to New York. She has not played a map yet. Then we have Ons. Okay, hot take. I think this is way lower than where most people would put him. Actually, you know what? I'll put him in Roll Star. I don't want to get too spicy with it. Obviously, he had a very good season 3, but season 4, didn't he even play in season 4? I don't remember. But season 5, I know he played on Gladiators, and he was just like once he was off Shock, he did not look nearly as good. And I think that, I don't know, a lot of people like talk about how dominant he was on Shock, and I kind of think that system was just like, the whole team was just so good that like you could have put in, if you like subbed out Ons for some other hitscan player, I think they would have been just as good. But I gotta give him credit. I gotta give him credit for that win in season 3. So Roll Star it is. Onsoon J. He played on Toronto for a little bit. Not very memorable. Not a very memorable guy. Next up we have Apply. I'm an Apply fan. I actually really like his streams now that he's retired from competitive. I think he's quite funny, but does that say anything about his abilities as a pro player? Not really. He was pretty average at the time. You know, he was a good DPS player, but he was never incredible. Next up we have Aprita, who got super hyped coming into the league and then never really did too much. I'll put him in average. That might be APAC erasure, because I don't watch APAC that much. He might be better than, yeah, I think he's probably better than that. I haven't seen too much of him because I don't watch that much APAC. Architect, he's going in great. Just for what he did early on. I haven't watched him really on Spark. I don't really know what he does for Spark. I don't even think he plays. He's not even on Spark anymore, is he? He retired. But actually, I gotta double check that. Hold up. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's off Spark. I'm right. Haha. But yeah, he was really good on Shock in the early seasons, I mean. Next up, we got Arhan. Again, The only thing he's known for is the Airhan Blade, where Dragon Blade and gets absolutely nobody. He's had good results as a coach, though. I'll give him props for that. But as a player, no way. Next up, we got Arc. I am a big Arc fan. I really liked Arc in the first couple seasons, but towards the end of his career, he kind of fell off, and he retired a long time ago. So I can't put him any higher than average. Next up, we got Asher. Asher is an interesting one. Asher. He was a good Tracer player on Gladiators on Season 1. And then he went to Toronto with Season 3, and did not a whole lot. So he's going in average. Aspire. I think Aspire is really quite good. So I'm in Vancouver right now. Maybe for the last... Has he always been on Vancouver? I'm trying to remember where Aspire was last season. Aspire has been a good player on a bad team, but he's not had incredible results yet. So his results have been very, very poor if you just look at his, like, the liquipedia page, but he's looked like one of the better pieces on his team. Who is this? Oh, Assassin. Oh, Assassin. Yeah, he was. Yeah. I mean, he was alright. He missed a couple EMPs at crucial points. That's sort of what he's remembered for, but I think he was fine. Yeah, I'll put him in average. Hold on, maybe I should sort this average tier out a little bit more. Should I? It looks fine, actually. I think all the tiers are, within the tiers are fine so far. Maybe On's over Alf. Yeah, maybe On's over Alfie. Aim God over Ameng. Yeah. I don't want to take too long. This video is going to take ages as it is. I'm still in the A's, aren't I? Yeah, A-Ting. Don't remember this guy. Yeah. I don't remember this guy at all. Avast didn't play. Very, very funny streamer. Did not play in the Overwatch League, despite the fact that he was signed to Boston Season 1. After Avast, we have Awesome Guy from Florida. Not good. Not good at all. Then we have Axiom from Boston. Yeah, he did not have good results. Well, when he was on Boston, Boston was bad. And he was definitely part of that. Aztec. I don't really remember Aztec. I'll be honest. Babel's looking great on Glads right now. And he was not great on London in the past. But he looks good right now, so I'll give him average. Baby Bay. Baby Bay was good when he played. Very good hits game player. I think he's popping off in Valorant these days. Backbone. I think Backbone's very average. He's got a good hero. Like, he's a good, like, role player. You know what I mean? Like, whatever the team needs him to play, he'll play it. But he's not a superstar by any means. Bacon Jack. I don't think Bacon Jack played that much. But, well, he was just like a DPS player during GOATs. Like, he kind of just got unlucky with meta. And then he quit. Bonnie from Outlaws. Outlaws were actually okay in Season 1 when he played. I don't know. I still think he's meh. Like, I don't think he never did anything. He played Mercy in a Mercy meta, so not a whole lot for him to show off. Next up, we got Bazzi. I always quite liked Bazzi. I think he was a good player on Spark. Seasons like 2, 3, somewhere around there. Bedosin was I think Bedosin was a great player when he played Seasons 1 to 3. He was definitely one of the best flex supports in the league. He won. I mean, he won Season 1. Automatically, if you won a season, you should be at least in great. If not even higher. I'm hesitant to put him higher, though, because he really did fall off at the end of his career. Getting replaced by Creative, who we will get to soon. Beast, or Beast Halo from Toronto Defiant. Yeah. Actually, Toronto wasn't that bad, but he was not impressive. He did not impress me. Then we have Bebe, who has been sitting on a bench for like 3 years. This guy has been signed to a roster. He's been signed to Shanghai for like the last 2 or 3 years and has not played a single map. I think he's like a player coach. When he played, he was fine though. Nah. Becky. Unfortunate, but was just on a Valiant that didn't win a single game, so can't put him much higher. I have been super disappointed in Bellisria so far. He played on Fusion. He was actually Fusion was okay when he played on Fusion, but I don't really think that. I think that was just MN3 and Zest, not Bellisria. And Soul looked bad with him. So Soul Dynasty, I should say, because Soul Infernal exists now. He's on Soul Dynasty right now, and they do not look good. So Bellisria down near the bottom. Ben Best. This guy is weirdly popular. I was never impressed by Ben Best's main tank gameplay on Eternal, and now he's on Justice, and he has barely played. I think Bearer plays most of the time. Next up, we got Bernard. I always thought Bernard was really quite good. Bernard actually kind of disappointed me. He was crazy good in Contenders, and then in Overwatch League, he was just kind of there. He was just kind of average, so he goes in average. Although I think he's better than... Is he better than Aspire, though? I actually think Aspire needs to go to the top of average. And then Bernard can go here. Yeah, that looks better. Oh yeah, Benbis is not the bottom of meh, I think. Yeah, somewhere around here. I think Banny should be the top of here. And yeah, that looks good. Who we got next? Bianca. Bianca was bad. Bad on New York. New York was awful when Bianca was playing for them. And I'll say it was probably partly his fault. Then we got Big Goose. I don't really like Big Goose. I was just not a big Goose fan. A lot of people liked him. He was quite a popular player, but I thought he was quite, he was better than average, but some people thought he was like insanely good, and I was like, no, he's just okay. Okay, next up we got Birdring, first player going in, the GOAT candidate. This guy has been playing since season 1. He won season 1 actually. He won multiple stages. Yeah, he's just an insane player. And Boston are looking really good with him right now. They are going into mid-season madness. They qualified. And Birdring's there. He's been popping off. Yeah, Birdring is absolutely one of the best players the game has ever seen. Next up, we got Bishu. Bishu was always decent. He hasn't played in a long time, though. But when he played, he was good. Next up, we got Blase. Yeah. Not great. We'll put him in meh, right above Beast. Yeah, Blase, unfortunately, not too impressive. Bliss. Bliss has only just started playing. He's on Dallas right now, and Dallas are not doing so hot. They did beat O2. They did okay in the knockouts. They kind of recovered, but in the regular, like, season, first stage, whatever you want to call it, they looked not good. So far, I'm just going to have to put him in meh. I hope he can improve by the end of the season. I know he was a hot prospect in Contenders, so I hope he does better. Boink, never really did anything. Played on Outlaws with right next to Bandy. They were teammates. Well, they played the same role, so they would like switch in and out. He more played the Lucio, and Bandy more played the Mercy, but he never did too much. Boombox. Boombox is good. Boombox is a good player. Flex support player for Fusion in the early seasons. BQB. I always really liked BQB. His hit scan and his Sombra especially. I'm gonna put him in great. I think BQB was actually a very good player. Bumper. Nah, I'm kidding. Although Vancouver was very good during GOATS when he was on it. But Bumper was more of a role player. Like, he wasn't actually insane. He just did what the team needed to do, and he was teammates with some incredible people. I'll put him in great though. Like, his career was still good at the end of the day, you know? At the end of the day, he still had a successful career, so I can't blame the guy. Next up, we got Bunny. Never did a whole lot. He was just a Tracer one trick in the early seasons. Yeah. We can go here. Next up, we got Byrem, who played on Mayhem. Yeah, I barely remember this guy. Barely remember this guy. Don't think he was good. I don't think Mayhem was that good when he was on Mayhem, so. Next up, we got Karkar. Unfortunately, just on a Vancouver Titans that was not very good. I don't remember it too much. I liked him in Contenders, actually. And then he played with Wolf. I think that was their backline. They were support players together. Karkar and Wolf in Season 4. There was like the whole like Vancouver Titans breadsticks thing, where if they like won, they were gonna give away breadsticks. Carpe. The question is how high do I want to go? How high do I want to go? I think he deserves to be GOAT candidate. Even though he retired a while ago. Yeah, I think Birdring's better. Even though he retired a while ago, when he played, especially in Season 1, he was probably the best DPS player in Season 1. I don't think that's a hot take at all. Well, yeah, Profit exists. But he was like consistently pounding the whole season. London with Profit and Birdring were like streaky. Like, they went on streaks. Like, they would go crazy for a week and then they would go missing for a week. But Carpe was just in there like every game, especially like, yeah, on Widowmaker. Yeah, no, he was incredible. I think he deserves to go in GOAT candidate. Who's next? Changsik. I always really liked Changsik. He was a nice guy. He's always, sorry, I don't know him like that. He seemed like a nice guy. I think he's doing casting now, but unfortunately, he was just he was teammates with Karkar. He was teammates with this guy, and their team did not do well. Next up, we got Chara from the Guangzhou Charge. Yeah, he never really did much. He was pretty meh. But no, not like these guys though. I think he was up here. He was up here more. Next to Aid. Yeah, I would say he's a very similar player to Aid. Checkmate. Checkmate has been popping off recently. Florida have looked very good this season. Florida was not so great the last 2 years though, and he has been on Florida the whole time though, which does bring him down a little bit. But he has been going crazy recently. I'll give him great. Do I want to push him even higher? No, I don't think I can. Do I think he's better than BQB? That's an interesting question. Because he joined right about the time BQB left. They play different roles though. BQB was more hit scan and Checkmate's more flex. Yeah, I think I'd put Checkmate over him. Over Architect? Okay, Onimo actually has to move down, I'm realizing. I don't think I can put him over Architect. Can I put him over Bedosin? I'll leave it like this. Let's see how I feel. Who did I just do? Oh, Chipsa. Don't even have to look at my list. I know who this guy is. Literally so unlucky. I mean, he was a meme player. Okay, like he was signed as a, not as a joke, but he was signed as a content creator. They gave him a pity map. He played his funny little Doomfist character, but no, I absolutely did not deserve to be an owl. Next up, we got Chips Hyen. he was really good in before Overwatch League started, and then he was not so good on Dallas. And Dallas struggled, and then he retired, and no one has heard from him since. So he gets to go down here with these guys. Next up, we got, Chio. Chio is one of the greatest main support players. That's an easy rule star, man. He's got to be one of the greatest main support players in the game right now. Last 2 seasons, I mean, he won. He literally won last season, and he might win again this season. I would not be surprised if he does. I think he gets to go to the top of role star. The only reason I don't put him up higher is he just doesn't have the longevity. His career, he's been in the league for such a short time. If he had like another season in him, he'd easily be up here. Next we got Choi. I don't think Choi's even greater. I mean, he won back-to-back. He won back-to-back championships. Like, that's, what else can you say, man? I mean, what else can you say? He won back-to-back championships. He deserves to be up there. Choice A1. Choice fine. He's actually been doing really good recently, but Charge struggled for a long time. I think he's like, I mean, he was always clearly the best piece on Charge, though, even when Charge was bad. I'll give him great. Yeah, I'll give him great. Chorong, I think Chorong is, I want to put Chorong even higher, to be honest. Chorong has been popping off. He struggled on Toronto, but Toronto, that's just Toronto things. But yeah, Chorong has looked really good on Mayhem so far this year, even when Toronto was pretty average last year when he was on it. And I always thought, dude, like, how was Toronto bad last year? They had Chorong and Twilight. Anyway, this is an easy great. This question is like, who do I want to put above? We can go here. After Chorong, we got, who's this, CJ? Yep. Unfortunately, Valiant have not won a match yet, so I can't put them very high. He might even, I don't want to do him like that. No, the league's tougher. He's up against tougher competition, not like these guys were. These guys, like, nah, these guys are worse. Colestin. Yeah, this guy's not good. He was on London when they were not good. Don't remember too much about him, but not good. Clockwork basically didn't play. Did he play at all? I'm struggling to remember if Clockwork played at all in season 1. I honestly can't remember Clockwork playing, so I'm leaving him down here. Closer. He did win season 1, so gotta give him props for that. However, ever since then, not looked impressive. Is that even? Yeah, I mean, he won a season, so I have to give him at least good, I think. Next up we got Coco, main tank player for Dallas Fuel in season 1. Very similar to Chip Cyan. Same team, same results. Equally contributed to the problem. Coldest. He played on Spark, if I remember. Sort of not very memorable. Yeah. Just put him somewhere in meh. Not very memorable to me. Color Hex. Color Hex was probably the best player when Boston was bad, but I don't think he ever actually did anything successful in his career. I'll put him in good, I guess. Kaluge. Kaluge was great last year, but he's been not good at all this year. Defiant has been struggling hard this year, but he did get second last year. They did manage to get San Francisco Shock to the second place position, so that's at least a good for me. Might be the top of good. Yeah. Coma. I was always a big Coma fan. That sounds wrong when you say it like that. The player Coma, main support player. Yeah, I always thought he was really good. A shame we never got to see more of him. I mean, unfortunately, when Lee Jae Gon comes on and just steals your job, Unlucky. So that's what I'll say to that. Unlucky. But I think Como was good. I really liked him. Cool map. He was alright. He never did too much anything spectacular. But he was average. He did his job. Corey. I mean, Corey won Roll Star. That is not. That's the easy argument for putting him here. Is he won a Roll Star? Is that wrong to do that? He literally won the Roll Star award, and I don't want to put him up in that tier. He is a great player, don't get me wrong, but he just wasn't in the league for very long. And he was on a bad team. Like, he was obviously the best player on his team, but he was on a bad team. I don't know. Comment, actually, I don't know. I want to know what people's opinions are. Comment on this one. Does Corey deserve to be in Roll Star or not? I'm going to say no. That's weird to say. Next up, we got Creative. I think Creative has been very good. He hasn't won any. No, he did win. He won with. He won a stage with Soul. So that's got to count for something. And his Ana is very good. The only problem I have with Creative is that when he's not on Ana, he just doesn't look as good. But when he's on Ana, he looks insane. His Ana is one of the best. Now, I don't know if he goes up into World Star. We'll put him in great, though. I think he goes above. I think Bumper goes to the bottom of this. I think he goes up. But with Cho Wrong. I think more than Cho Wrong. He's won more stuff than Cho Wrong. He deserves to be more. I think he goes higher than Badosin. He replaced Badosin. Yeah. He goes to the top of great. Or the bottom of World Star. I'll go top of great. Crimzo, the Hat Man. He's been consistently just average. He's been consistently good, does his job, shows up, does his thing, and that's it. I like the guy. I hope Team Canada does well this year. Krong. Good Sigma, not much else going on. Did he get a Roll Star? Am I remembering? I think he got a Roll Star in Season 3, but that was a fraudulent Roll Star. Even more fraudulent than Corey's. Corey was actually, like, really good. I think he got carried by Shu and Happy. Krong got carried by Shu and Happy. He's good, I guess. Custa in his career. I mean, he won a stage. I'll give him props. He won a stage with Valiant. I'll say I do like him more as I think he's had a more successful career as a caster and an analyst than he ever did as a player, but he did win a stage. Gotta give him that. So he can go pretty good. But yeah, I think Big Goose is better than him. They played at the same time, so I think he's gotta go below Big Goose. Next up is Swoosh, one of the worst main tanks to ever play in the league. Don. Never really impressed me. He goes down here. Dako. I always thought Dako was very good. And then there was some allegations that he was throwing scrims and had attitude issues and like wouldn't try and stuff. Which is unfortunate because I thought he was unbelievably skilled, but he just didn't play too long. And got benched because of it. So there's not. I mean, when he played, he was so good, though. So I gotta put him in at least good. Up with his teammate, Baby Bay. Next up, we have Damon. Season 1, Shanghai Dragons. You go down here. I think he's had a good time as a coach, though. Next up, we got Dufran. Same thing with Dako. He didn't play for too long. That's the problem with Dufran. He didn't play for very long in the Overwatch League. He was good when he played, though. Put him down here with Custa. Definitely more successful as a streamer than a competitive player, though. This is Daisy or Dazi, or I don't know how you say this. I don't remember him at all. So, he goes down there. Dalton. Why am I dragging him up here? He he goes with his teammates on Vancouver. I mean, he might even go lower. I thought these guys had some redeeming moments. I can't remember a single Dalton moment. Well, we'll leave him there for now. Dante. Dante's been consistently good. He's had a long career. He's been on a couple of different teams. Started as a DPS player and he's transitioned to a tank player, which I actually think has been unfortunate for Gladiators, because if they kind of needed a Winston player for this meta, and Dante's Winston is not at the top tier. His like Ramatra and Junker Queen and Doomfist are quite good though. I think Dante's been good, at least good. Nah, Dante's been great. Dante gets to go up here with Corey. Would I take Dante? I think I'd take Dante. I think Dante has had a better career than Corey did. So he gets to go up here. Maybe even a bit higher. Is it Chorong? Yeah. Yeah, Dante can go over there. Maybe. I actually, now that I think about it, he can go up pretty high. He gets to go up here. After Dante, we got Dayfly. Don't remember if that guy played. I don't have a... I mean, he's actually on the stage here in this picture, so he clearly did play. I guess if he did play, then he gets to go down here, because he didn't get re-signed or anything. He didn't play very much. Ding. Ding's Pharaoh was very good. They won a stage because of it. But at the end of the day, he didn't play for that long. I think Ding gets to go in here. Better than Agilities? Yeah, he had a better career than Agilities. He should go up here, maybe. Move Spire down one. Move Crimson up here. Decay. I think Decay is so good. It's actually criminal that this guy's been stuck on bad teams for years. This guy is insanely good. Not better than Choi though, but better than Chio, I would think. Better than Ons. I think Decay, well, that's not exactly fair. Ons is 1 and Decay is not 1 anything. Okay, you know what, I was doing Ons. No, I'm sticking by it. I think Ons is overrated. I think if you stick Decay on that, well, Decay's, they don't play the same role exactly. Yeah, you're right. I can't stick Decay up here. He doesn't deserve to be at the in the legend tier, but I'll give him the top of World Star. I think Decay is so good. Next up we got Develop. This guy has barely played, to my knowledge. Sure. Dak. Season 1 shock. Not a good team. Especially not Dak. Moth was so much better than him. Moth was such a big upgrade over this guy. Yeah, you can go like here. DM. How this guy got back in the league to play support for Shanghai is beyond me, but when he did play hit scan for Shanghai a few years ago, he was good. He was good. Over these guys. Similar to Baby Bay. I would say he was a very similar tier player to Baby Bay. So I'll put him right next to him. Dia had an unfortunate... Yeah, Dia's had an unfortunate career. 0-40 Shanghai Dragons. Back to contenders. 0-16 LA Valiant. No. Not the 0-16 LA Valiant. The year after that. But he got wins at least. He didn't go winless. So I will put him here. Because he got a little bit of redemption from that first season. Danye. From what I remember, not great. Not good at all. Somewhere around here. Actually, Dak needs to go lower, I'm realizing. Maybe above Dayflex he actually played. Yeah, Danye, no. Not Danye, no. Danye, no. Not impressive. Doge. I don't think this guy played that much, to my knowledge, at least. Don't think he played very much. Who we got next? Dogman. Is that really a picture of Dogman? That does not really look like him. Dogman was alright. He was an average flex support for the time. I don't think that's crazy to say. Similar to Crimzo. I think he was better than Crimzo when he played, actually. But Crimzo's had like a stable, long career, and Dogman only played for a little bit. So I'll put him right there. Doha. I like Doha. I think he was a good player. He didn't win. Dallas didn't win when he was on Dallas, but Dallas was still good. They were like consistently second or third in season 4 when he was on Dallas. I think Doha was good. Was he great though? That might be me hyping him up a little bit too much. I mean, maybe there. Definitely over Mang. Can't decide if I want Kalush or Doha to be 1 or 2 here. I'll give it to Kalush, I guess. After Doha, we got Donghak, who has very little playtime, but Atlanta is doing very, very well right now with him. When he plays the Winston, they've been winning. I mean, it's a superstar team, though, so I can't really put him in average until he does something like on his own, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to quantify it. He's been doing good so far. I just need to see more from him. Dove, unfortunately, has not won a match in Overwatch League. That's just how it is. I mean, I've put other winless players up here, though. I put CJ here. Put Dove at the top of not already. Definitely better than some of these guys. Oh, Chipsa actually has to go to the bottom. Next, we got DPI from Florida. I don't remember this guy. I don't even know. Next to Byram, with another Florida player that I don't really remember. Dreamer. Never really impressed me. He has to go in meh. Somewhere around there, I guess. After Dreamer, we got Dreedro. Paris was like mid-table when he was on the team, but he never impressed me. Dreedro, unfortunately, you never impressed me. You can go next to Aid. I think you and Aid had very similar results. Edison. He won. I've actually always been an Edison hype. I've been hyping up Edison since he got into the league. Just unfortunately didn't really work out until he was on Dallas, and then now Dallas are not looking so hot. No, definitely not Rollstar. But I think he's great. He has a win under his belt, so if you've won Overwatch League, you have to be at least great. I think that's going to be my rule. I would take him over Corey. I would take him over BQB. Where did I put BQB? Over here. Would I take him over Dante? No. I think I should move Medusa down. Would I take Edison over Dante? No. I think I would. Would I take Edison over Architect? Yes. Actually, I think I'd take Dante over Architect. What do you take? Him over Architect. Yeah. I mean, he won. He's literally won. Yeah, he gets to go there. Because would I take Edison over Alpha Yi? No, I wouldn't. So I think that's the perfect spot then. Above the players I would take him over, and below the players I wouldn't. Next we got Effect. Effect. Not very controversial. Slightly controversial player. Had attitude issues. But was the best player on this Dallas team. He does not deserve to go with these two, even though they were on the same team. Or AKM. He was far better than those guys. At least good. I think he was good. We'll put him in good. Near the bottom, because he boomed himself and then never actually never recovered mentally to play on another team and go again. Eileen. I've actually been an Eileen fan for a while. I mean, he's retired now. I always liked Eileen. I thought he was a good flex DPS player. One of the better ones coming out of China. My hot take was that I liked Eileen more than Jinmu. But I think as the league went on, that became clear that I was just wrong. Maybe in like season 2, season 3, but season 4, Jinmu was just season 4, season 5. Nah, man, Jinmu better. I think it's to go. Nah, I guess to go below effect. Next up, we got Elk. Elk did not play that much for Fusion. Kind of been just a demon in collegiate though. He's always been at the very top of collegiate for like the last 4 years, 3 years. But in Overwatch League, did not impress, honestly. Did not do too much. Just to go above these guys, I guess. I mean, Banny actually played though, so I don't think I can promo with Banny or backward. No, that one's backward. What is this? Admiral. I mean, I think Admiral and Dream are better than Elk, like, and Aid. Like they actually played, and he didn't. Yeah, he gets to go down here. Boink, I guess. Eleboat. Decent. Top of meh, bottom of average. Yeah, he was average. His team was average, he was average. He did what he needed to. And nothing more, nothing less. This is Elsa /20. Currently playing for Spark. Never the biggest fan of Elsa, to be honest. Average off tank player. No, I think that's actually dishonest to put Eleboat and Elsa in the same tier. Elsa's better. Envy. I always thought Envy was good, but unfortunately it just didn't work out. Well, not unfortunately, I was proven wrong when he moved off of Valiant to Toronto. I think Envy and Eleboat can go next to each other. That makes sense to me. Next up, we got EQO. Clutch, Rialto Clutch God. Jamie, pull that up. Editor me. Editor me. Pull up the EQO blade.
One of their star players taken out early. And Boombox just left to his own devices in the sidelines. He goes down to Fusion. Only a couple of players left remaining. EQO's gonna come up huge right now. Everyone is weak. EQO with the blade. Pulls it through. Builds it up. Will it be enough? 1 kill, 2 kill. Are you kidding me? EQO now finds it with the third. And now it is overtime. Exy moving over to the Tracer to try and deny, but EQO! What a player, what a star!
Yeah. He deserves to be at least in good. At least. Over to Fran, yes. Over Baby Bay, yes. Over DM, yes. Over Prita, yes. Over Doha. Now that's tough. I think so. I think so. Over Corey, yes. Over. Hold on. I think I want Doha over Corey. No. Think of it. One thing at a time here. Eco over Chose 1. I think that's the size he gets to go. Yeah, EQO, very good player. Okay. After EQO, we got Erster. I always thought Erster was good. The question is how good? How good was Erster? Yeah. No. Up here. You can just go up here. Over Eileen. Not over effect though. Easy Han. Not had a great career so far. Easy Han. Yeah, you go down here. He's actually like not that bad. Yeah, he's not that bad. He gets to go here, I guess. Faith. I think Faith looks really good right now. And he's always looked okay. At least okay. Put him at the top of average. False. Yeah, unfortunately, not a great career out of this guy. Right there with Karkar and Jangsik. Far away 1987. One of the best Chinese flex sports in the game. Better than Elsa, better than Big Goose, yeah. Better than Boombox, yeah. Probably right around here. Yeah, I really should have labeled everyone. I'm not gonna remember everyone's picture. Fate. Fate. Roll star for Fate. First tank above great. First tank above great for Fate. I mean, he's won. You gotta remember, I said if he's won something, it's at least great. And he's won something. And he looked really good while doing it. That Shanghai Dragons team is probably, I don't know, that was one of the best teams ever to ever exist. Over Alpha Yi. Yes. Alpha Yi hasn't won anything. Over Ons. Yes, I think yes, I think Fate was more important to the Shanghai win than Ons was to the San Francisco win. And then Decay has not won anything, so he gets to go above Decay. But Troy won twice, so yeah, he gets to go. He's almost legend. There's an argument to be made that he goes into legend. I'm not gonna make it though. Someone make it for me in the comments, and then maybe if you convince me, I'll switch it. Fact fiction. Didn't do much of anything. Actually, when he was on Outlaws, they were alright. They were alright. They weren't good, they were alright. Okay, FD God. I think he's definitely been an above average. He doesn't go in average. He's been an above average support player. Better than Costa, question mark. No. Costa's won a stage. FD God has FD God won any stages? Oh yeah, he did. He won with Paris, didn't he? Oh yeah. No, FD God is good. It's better. Where the hell did I put Onimo? It's probably similar to that. No. I put Onimo up here. Ooh, I don't know if I can put FD God that high. He gets to go. Yeah, definitely above Big Goose. For sure above Big Goose. Here-ish? Yeah, I like that. Next up, we got Fearless. See, the reason why I don't want to put Fate higher is because I think Fearless is a better tank player. That's just all there is to it. Fearless is the greatest Winston of all time, in my opinion, and I am not taking criticism. Thank you. His Winston is so good. Unbelievably good. I mean, Choi's Diva was kind of unparalleled at the time, too. He pounds. Fearless pounds. He was finals MVP last year. They won. They won the whole league. He's won some other stages. His Winston is unbelievable. And his Ryan and, like, some of the other stuff's, his other stuff's okay. His Winston is unbelievable, though. I feel it's disrespectful to put him above Choi, though, because Choi is, like... I don't know. This one's hard. This is hard at the top. I think the tops are harder. Down here, I just throw people in and I'm like, yeah, it's good. But this one's, it's like the order. I feel like the order really matters. I'll put him above Choi. Can I put him above Alarm, too? I think I can put him above Alarm. He won. He won last year, for Christ's sake. Next up, we got Feather. I legitimately forgot that this guy existed before I started making this video. Yeah, he's bad. Yeah, he's awful. He's terrible. Legitimately. Legitimately terrible. Yeah, next to Dalton. Honestly, I think this is disrespectful to have Dove above Dak and Dayfly. Yeah, they go down here. My bad, Dove. You're not that bad. You go above those guys. I mean, if I can put Dalton here. No. Okay. I'm moving Dalton down. Next up, we got Fielder. This guy also pounds unbelievably. I hope. I mean, these two played against each other recently, and Fielder won. I mean, they won together. And both Houston and Atlanta are looking really good right now, which is where they've moved to. He's at least legend status. Dude, he's so good. So unbelievably good. Yeah. Finale, average. He did his thing, he showed up, he did his thing, and left. That's, you know, he did his job. Not too much else to say. Finn looked great last year and not so great this year so far. All of Shock has been struggling this year. I think he gets to go up here at least. I mean, even a struggling Shock is better than, well, no, because he doesn't have to go higher, because Crimso's right here, and they've been competing recently, but I think Finn has had higher peaks to his career than Crimso ever did. So he gets to go above him. And above Dogman. What the hell is Dogman doing up there? Dogman below Crimso. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with Finn being average. Finzy. He was okay. Was he on Paris when they were okay? No, he's got the old jersey on, so he was on Paris when they were bad. But I think he was probably one of the better pieces on Paris at the time. You can go down here. TPI has to go lower. TPI has to go down here, I think. No, maybe not below Chips. Chips high end. Fire. With your teammates, you go. Fissure. Now this is a tough one because he was really good when he played, and he hasn't played in a long time. He also was like the fastest player to switch teams. He hit 4 teams way before anyone else had been on 4 teams. He was just so like, he was just such a problem that teams would get rid of him, even though he was so incredibly skilled. I think he's got to go Roll Star, but he's below, he's near though, he's at the bottom of this. He's definitely below Fate. He goes above Bumper though, because he replaced Bumper. Yeah, I think Roll Star is the right spot for Fissure. Fitz. Roll Star. Oh, he's just on a New York that's not good right now, unfortunately. He's just unfortunately on a New York that's not good. He was very good on Seoul for like 3 years though. Better than Alpha Yi. I don't know if I can say better than that. Yeah, you know what, I can say better than Alpha Yi, even though Alpha Yi is on a better team right now, so that's why he beat him. Not better than Ons though. So, well, I'll say like same as Ons. You move down. It's like same as Ons. 5 King. That is 5 King from the 0-40 Shanghai Dragons. Did not win a game. Fixa. Fixa's been alright from what little I've seen of him. Can't say I know his game that well. I haven't watched too much of him, but he seems good from what I've seen. Seems average. Fleta. Fleta has fallen off hard. Fleta, that's a few years ago. Yes. These days, I mean, these days he's like here, but because of how good he used to be, I have to at least give him Roll Star. At least. I'm gonna put him higher, man. But the thing is that all of these guys are better than him. Right now, Decay, Ons are better than him. Fitz, Alpha Yi, Edison, TPS anywhere. Checkmate. but Fleta used to be the guy. He was the guy. I mean, he won a stage. No more than stages. He's won many stages. He's won a season. I think he goes at least World Star. He should have retired when Fate did, because then he'd still be up here. He'd still be up here, actually. But he's blemished his career with these last 2 years. I'll put him above Fisher, but it's sadly I can't put him higher than that. Flora's doing great right now. Him and Alfie are that's Flower, not Flora. Hold on. I'm gonna mess up my whole list. Flora. No. Flora has been a good player on a bad team, and now he's a good player on a good team. And he's about where he should be. He's like playing on the tier of team that he should be on. Teammates with Alfie, but I think Alfie is better. I think I'd take Corey over him. I think Corey had, yeah, I think Corey over Flora. Next up we got Flower. Unfortunate. He was so good before Overwatch League, and then when he got to Overwatch League, he was not. Yeah, he's like down here with Aspire, sadly. I was really hoping for more from Flower, I'll be honest. Fraggy, this guy was known for being super aggressive tank play. I mean, Fusion was good when he was on it, but I don't necessarily think he really helped with that. I think he did good enough that that EQO and Carpet could carry his ass. Yeah, he goes down here. Fried Wiener. Well, with your teammates you go. Free feel. With your teammates you go. 0-40 Shanghai Dragons. Friday. Yeah, this guy was bad. Bad player. Down there with Feather. And these guys were not good. Really ruined the whole New York Excelsior thing. I mean, that's why Flora looked so bad. He had 1, 2, 3 on his team when he should be up here. No wonder this guy didn't win anything. Next up we got Funny Astro. World Star at least. Best Western main support player. He's just that good on Lucio. Above Fissure? Sure. Above Fleta? Nah. I'll put him right there. I think Gio's better than him, but Funny Astro's been insane for many years. Fury. Now I'm a big Fury guy. The 180 Gravy on Baby Bay. Well, he diffed Baby Bay, so you know he's going higher than him. No, what? Editor me, pull up the Fury Gravy clip.
We're gonna get to the bit this one here. Look at this in slow motion. This is slowed down. I want you to pay attention again. Look at this flick, the 180. The most impressive aspect. Wow. Pay attention to his defense matrix charge. It's not there. What? It's in the last moment, and it's instant. Full speed again. Look at this. What? Flick.
Do you know what? I went back.
Unreal,
I went back.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. Like, probably that's like one of my favorite Overwatch clips of all time. So Fury goes here. I'd take Fury over Bumper. Are there any other tank players down here? Dante. Problem is Fury's later in his career is not great. Kind of became more average as the years went on. Put him here. Below Fissure, really? Below Fissure? No, I can't put him below Fissure. Okay, someone's head got cut off on this picture. Oh, it's the Fusions from the Boston Uprising. He was good Reinhardt and not anything else, which unfortunately is not enough. Similar to Ben Best, I would say. Yeah, that makes sense. They have similar hero pools, similar careers. Definitely goes there. Fuse. I don't remember this guy at all. But I know London was not good when he was on it. I remember watching London. I don't remember specifically what Fuse did on that team, but that whole team was bad. Gable, he has a funny name. That's about all I remember from him. I think he got benched by Punk, which is not necessarily a bad thing because I think Punk is good. Punk is, well, we're not gonna get to Punk for a long time, but he goes down here with these guys. Better than PC though, yeah. After Gable, we got Gaga. Gaga was good. They didn't win anything, but they were top 4. They were pretty consistently top 4 in season 4 with Gaga. Well, wherever Ameng is, he's better than Ameng. So here at least, better than Kaluge. Nah. No. Yes. Better than Bumper. Honestly, yes. Yes, better than Bumper. We'll put him right there. Better than Bumper. Gambler. This guy was just average. It's just completely average. There's not much to say. He played Mercy. Did his job. Team was okay. He was okay. Average player. Gamsu. Gamsu was good. I think I have a Meng too high. I'm realizing I'm doing the whole tank ratings. Doing the whole tank ratings right now. I think they're in order, but I think Ameng is too high currently. I think he gets to go halfway down the tiers because I think Gamsu is noticeably better than Ameng. After Gamsu, we got Gangnam Jin. This guy got done dirty. Why did we make my guy play Lucio? He was not a Lucio player, and then you were like, let's sign 2 flex support players and then put this guy on Lucio. And now he's on Shanghai playing Lucio again. For some godforsaken reason. His Ana is so good. His Baptiste was so good. But because he's been stuck in Lucio jail, I can't put him any higher than this. Gargoyle. Gargoyle's been... I always thought Gargoyle was pretty good. Played on Mayhem 2 years. Took a break, and then now it's on Outlaws. And Outlaws have been looking very good with him. He's been playing. I rate Gargoyle above Elsa. So... Gargoyle above Ameng. They don't quite play the same role, but yes. Gargoyle above Kaluge. No. I think Gargoyle and Kaluge are similar. I'll put them right next to Kaluge. Gary! Don't remember this guy. Tell me anything about this guy and I'll believe you. Don't remember him at all. Gator. Atlanta's doing good and he's the head coach of it. Gator goes down here for inventing goats. Inventing goats meta. Nah, I'm kidding. He was an average tank player, I would say. I would say that's a pretty fair assessment. I think that's a fair assessment of his skill, somewhere around there. Guguri, unfortunately, did not win anything. Feels a little bit disrespectful to put her down with her other teammates on Shanghai Dragons, because I think she was one of the better players. The hell did I put Dia? Just similar to Dia. I put Dia all the way up here. Now Guguri doesn't go that high. She can go here. I mean, ultimately she never won a match, so I can't put her too high. Gesture. He won a stage, or not won a. He did win stages. He won a season, so that's it. Automatic great. Above Bumper, yes. Above Gaga, yes. Above Dante, yes. Above Fissure, yes. They were teammates for a little bit. I mean, he got to play over Fissure for London, so I think that says a lot. Over Fury, I mean, Fury was his tank partner, so they should be similar. I don't think I can put him over Fate. That's the thing. Fate's had a more accomplished career than Gesture did. He was far more consistent. Over Decay, no. Ons, no. Bits, no. Chio, no. Yeah, somewhere about right there. gonna move Funny Astro down low. Because I like Fury a lot, so I'm gonna move Funny Astro down low. Guido! Yeah, yeah, not good. Not better than Elk. Better than Boink, at the very least. Admiral, Aid, Redro, sort of tier. Yeah. Well, yeah, goes with them. Gig. He was alright. I think he probably goes in bottom of average. He was okay. Showed up, did his job, and left. Glister. Now, I have to say that I really like Glister, even though I don't think a lot of people do. I don't think there's too many Glister fans out there. I am, though. I'm a Glister fan. I want to put him in least and good. Yeah. I think he deserves. I don't think this is hot take to put him over to Fran. Or Baby Bay and DM. Or Ding. Yeah, because that one's Ding. I think he goes right there. Gods. Played on Toronto when they were very mediocre. Yeah, around here ish. Godsby. Incredibly different player. Different role, different region. I'm not saying anything because I'm trying to think. I thought Godsby was good. There, I said it. Similar to Ding. Next to Ding. Okay, after Godsby we got... Who do we got after Godsby? Gray. With your teammates from Paris, you never impressed me. Somewhere around there. Guard. From what I remember, barely played, was a somber one trick, and barely played. He was on the bad Spitfire as well. He was not on the good Spitfire. No, I think I just have to drag Fuse down here with him. Gurio. Barely played. Didn't do much when he played, despite the fact that he was on a good team. He goes in meh. He goes in meh, somewhere up there. Towards the top half of meh. Gushui. One of the best Winston players. Best Chinese tank player, I think. I think I would take Gushui over Gaga. I think Gushui over Gaga. Flora, actually, I think Flora goes over Gaga as well. Or, yeah, no, Flora goes over Gaga. Yeah. Gushui. I don't think he has. Well, I don't think he's as good as EQO's career, even though they play completely different roles. That's a weird comparison to make. I think at the middle of great is where Gushui should go. Guangboong. With your New York teammates. Actually, I think Guangboong was... No, I don't. I was gonna say I think Guangboong was better than those guys. I don't think he was. No, he doesn't get to move up. Alright, next up we got Hottie. That's an interesting one. He had a bad season, followed by a really good season. Well, not really good. He had a bad season, followed by a good season. And it looks like he's about to have another bad season, unfortunately. Let's think about what other tanks he's going up against, though. I think I would rate him higher than Gig, at least. Higher than Fraggy as well. Yeah, somewhere in this average tier, I'm thinking. Maybe near the top end of it. Around here. A Gator. That's an interesting one. I think... Ooh, actually, I think Gator was more successful than Hottie. Gator might be a little too low here. Hagopyun. So basically, this guy played on London in Season 1. He doesn't get the winner's bonus from Season 1. Like I said, everyone who's won a season goes in great. He didn't win because he got kicked off the team before they won. And then he ended up on Florida when Florida were bad. So, yeah, not great. Not great. It probably goes in the meh tier. Next up we got, who's this? Oh, Hacker? He was on the Valiant that didn't win, if I remember correctly. They did not win a match. So you go down here, unfortunately. Then we got Hacksaw on the other end of the, on the complete other end of the spectrum. We got Hacksaw, one of the best players to ever do it. I think he's got to go in Legend, at least. Rookie of the Year in Season 2, and he was really, really good before that as well. And then he didn't win Season 2, but they were, Vancouver was clearly the second place team. Yeah, Hacksaw definitely goes up here. Above Choi. I don't think he goes above Choi. I think he goes right there. Then we got Halo. Played for a little bit on Boston season, I don't know, 3, 4. And is currently signed to New York, but hasn't played a map. Halo did play on Boston though, like actually had map time, but didn't look amazing from what I remember. Honestly, I'm just gonna put Halo in no map time because has not played in Halo has not played in a long time, and I don't remember how they did when they did play. Hanbin. Hold on. Yes. I think so. I don't know, man. Troy was so good, though. At least here. If not. Whoa, this top end is tough. I think I'm just gonna not worry about it too much and then resort it at the end. Happy. Happy's a good player. Happy's always been a good, very good hits game player. He won a stage with Charge. Then he just, then I don't think he won too much after that. But he's on Outlaws right now and they look very good. Happy and Pelican is a crazy DPS duo. He's above average for sure. I would say he goes with this little group I got going here with DM and Baby Bay. Happy goes around there. I actually think Happy goes higher than those guys. Yeah. You can go up here. Yeah. Is this Harry Hook? It is Harry Hook. Harry Hook. Yeah, Dallas did not do very well. He was not one of the better pieces on their team. Down with Dallas, where you go. Hawk. Hawk is good. I think Hawk was much better than Gator when they were a duo. I think Hawk was like clearly superior. I think Hawk is a better off tank than Elsa. I think Hawk is better than Bishu. Okay, that's kind of disrespectful. I think Elsa's better. Hold on, something wacky's going on. I think Elsa's better than Bishu. Yeah. Something like that. Something like that, maybe. Okay, Hawk. Back to Hawk. Yep. Higher than these guys. Higher than these guys. Better than Kaluge. Yes, I think Hawk was better than Kaluge. I don't think he was this high. The top of Great is filled with incredible players. I think he goes about here. No, he goes over Onimo. About right here. Heesang. Coming into the season, people were saying that Heesang was going to be Rookie of the Year. Quickly, that is quickly disappearing. Yeah, Shock have looked pretty rough so far. I think they have like a losing record right now. He's been pretty average to below average, I'll be honest with you guys. But I mean, there's some really bad players in meh. I don't think he's been meh. I think he's been okay. No, you know what? I will put him in meh. I would like Heesang to prove me wrong, though. I'll put him at the top of these guys, at least, though. Then we got Hisu, who I think is good. I think Hisu's a good player. He's been consistent and flexible, and he does his job. He knows what he has to do, and he does it. He's just a simple player like that. Did I just drop him here? Yeah. Yeah, above the Fran. Above these guys. Ooh, I don't know. We'll go in the top half of good. Hi B. Didn't win. You didn't win a map. Or a match. I think they might have won maps. But you didn't win a match in Overwatch League. You get to go with your teammate. No, Dalton goes by these guys. So. You guys didn't win. You go down there. Highly. Honestly, not a very memorable guy. Was on some pretty bottom tier teams, so he gets to go down here. Ho 1. I don't know if this guy played. He was signed on New York last year. I legitimately don't know if he played. I think they might have just played Gangnam Jin and Myeongbong the entire year. I don't know. Someone correct me if I'm wrong and he actually did play, but I don't remember him at all. Then we got Hureg, my goat. I'm kidding, of course. But I still think Hureg was good. Hureg was like, or not, I don't know. I have to give him props because he won a bunch of stuff. He was on a bunch of really good teams. But I'm going to be honest, I think he was getting carried most of the time. This guy was boosted as hell. But in the end, you know, his liquipedia is full of high placements. I'll put him with Bumper. No, I won't put him with Bumper. No, he's not better than Baby Bay and DM. No, I can't do that. He goes down here. He goes at the bottom of good, I think. I don't know. I always like to wreck, but we'll see. Maybe I'll move him up later. Hotba. Hotba's good. I think he retired. I don't think Hotba plays anymore. But Hotba was in the league for a long time and was just a solid off-tank player. Flexed, played a little bit of DPS when he needed to. He was at least average, if not higher. Yeah, I think he belongs like in this low good slot around here, maybe just above a Meng. I think Elsa is better than him, so he has to go below Elsa. Below Bishu? No, I think I'd put Bishu below Hoppa. Oh, now we got Hybrid. No joke. No joke. I think this guy might be one of the worst players to ever enter Overwatch League. So bad. So bad. Like, the difference between London when Hybrid was on the team and then when they had Sparker Shax was night and day, man. Oh my god. Hybrid was not ready for Overwatch League. Hydration's an interesting one. He was really good in the early seasons, and then he transitioned to tank and then retired. I definitely think the end of his career was a bit of a low light, but I would be happy to put him in good. I don't rate him too highly, to be honest. I'll put him like there. Next we got Hydron, who looked really good on Mayhem last year. And was last year his rookie year? I genuinely don't remember. I think last year was his rookie year. And he looked good on Mayhem, but he's looked okay on Defiant, and Defiant has been struggling. I don't really think that's Hydron's fault though. I still think he's been putting up performances when his team needs him. I think he's good. I think he's a good player. He goes up here ish. Lower than maybe around here. Who's this? Hyunu. Might be one of the most forgettable players of all time. You couldn't tell me what this guy did. Like, you genuinely... Did this guy even play? Like, or did I just drop him in the no play time? Legitimately don't know if that guy played a match. Hip or hype? I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this one. Paris was not good when he was on it. He never impressed me either. I think, wait. No, because when Paris were good, their backline was Dredro and Khan. Yeah, Hip was gone. So he goes down here somewhere. Ish. IDDQD. Infinite KD. Best 100% win rate. Infinite KD. Never died in Overwatch League. Nah, he only played one map though. And he was just a streamer. So. I mean, he wasn't even average, man. Or else he would have played more. He wasn't even average. Oh, you know what? I'll put him in the no playtime. I don't want to big shit on him just because he didn't get playtime. Because the one map he played was he popped off. But I'll slap him in the no playtime for that. I don't want to make fun of him. IDK. I think IDK is a very good main support player. Well, was. He's retired now. Last played for Spark. I think he spent his whole career on Spark. He actually, in Contenders, the team he played on was Lucky Future Zenith, which I think is one of the coolest names we ever had for a team. Now would I put him... Who would I put him above? I would definitely put him above Custa. Above FD God. Yeah. That's tough. I think there's Tim and FD God are pretty similar. I'll put him right below FD God. Illicit. This guy was on Soul, and the only reason I remember him is because his name was funny. Because when they signed him and Hailey, who we talked about earlier. Not that I remember where I put him. At the same time. And it was like, Soul signs highly illicit players or something. And it just sounded funny. So... he never did anything though. He was pretty bad. He was down here, I guess. I'm 37. He was alright. I don't think he was ever better than average. I think he was just a solid average DPS player who didn't go crazy, but he didn't suck either. Yeah, he goes probably around here. Maybe a little bit above agilities. Innovation. This the bad Valiant? You were on the bad Valiant? Or were you on the Valiant that actually won a little bit? Or were you on the bad Valiant? Either way, I mean, the bad Valiant. They were still the worst team in the league. They just actually got a few wins. Yeah. I don't really remember you. You get to go somewhere down here. Who we got now? Is that iRemix? Okay. He seemed okay. Look how happy he is. He's smiling. Look at that big smile. Yeah, I don't think he was any better than average. Maybe I'll gotta put him above Fraggy because they played at the same time. And he was better. Well, was he better though? Because Glad's kind of got saved by Fissure coming in. I don't know. They're pretty similar tier. I'll put them close together. No, I think iRemix was better than Fraggy. Oh, Iris or Iris. Or however, LR15, however this guy wants to type his name, is going to go pretty high. Someone remind me where Iris is right now. Ooh, he's on Shanghai now. Right, he transferred to Seoul. Oh, he started off strong on Atlanta. And then, yeah, Houston didn't work out too well for him. And then he was on Seoul. And they were okay. They were good, but they weren't world beaters. What other support players do I have around here, though? Like, that's Bedosin and Creative. I think he goes above... Does he even go above Bedosin? Bedosin won a season. The Iris for Creative Trade was... how Creative got into... They traded Iris for Creative. Seoul and Houston did. About mid-season last year. I think they're pretty similar. I think they're pretty similar. He definitely belongs in this tier. Yeah, I'll put him over Bedosin. I'm putting him behind these guys, though. I think Creative's better, though. Do I? I would prefer Iris on the BAP or the Zen, actually. But I mean, Creative's won stages and taken his team for. No, has he really? He's not taking his team further. I mean, Iris has got second place as well. Nah, they're the same. I'm putting them right next to each other. They're very similar. I think you could take one or the other, and you wouldn't be wrong. All right, next up we got Irony. Yeah, I don't remember this guy playing at all. I'm sure he played though. Like I remember the name enough. Like I think he played. There's nothing good about him that I remember. So I'll just throw him down here. Who is this? Oh, Itzel. Yeah, Itzel never impressed me. And then he got benched by Punk. Was this Ivy? I thought Ivy was decent until he ended up on New York, and New York sucked. But he was good on Fusion. Better than the rest of the guys on New York he was with, at least. I think he deserves to at least go up into here. Yeah, top half of Meh. Somewhere around there. Izayaki. Oh man. Izayaki is one of the best support players ever. Izayaki versus Fielder is debatable, man. And Alarm. Oh my god. Oh my god, what a stacked top line. I don't think I can rate one over the other. It's tough. I mean, Izayaki has... I mean, no, he's won the same amount as Fielder. They have the same amount of season wins. I think Izayaki has more tournament wins, though. Yeah, I'll give it to Izayaki. I'll put Izayaki over him. Yeah. Damn. Jake was always really good. He's actually doing really well as a caster right now. I like him on that. Okay, he goes over Hydration. He is better than Hydration. This played at the same time. He was sort of, I think he was in this good tier. Yeah, I think I'd rate him over these guys. Maybe here? Yeah, Jake was good. Jake was good when he played. Giannis. Oof. I like this guy, but he's just, he wasn't it, man. He was disappointing, man. He was disappointing to watch. That Washington roster had some potential, and it just it wasn't meant to be, I guess. Jaru. Did this guy even play? Can he? Oh, I think he did. I can see it. I can see it in my mind's eye. I think he did play. I don't have very concrete memories of this guy though, so just gotta go down here. I think somewhere down there, bottom of meh. Jexay was good. Jexay was really good. I rate him over Custa. I rate him over other support players over here. Photos are like so zoomed out. I can't tell who half of them are. Where's FD God? Oh, and that's IDK. Yeah, I rate Jexay over FD God and IDK for sure. How high do I take him though? I really like Jexay. I'm actually gonna put him at the bottom of great. I really think Jexay was an amazing main support. Not amazing, but like he knew what to do and he didn't mess it up. Like Jexay was never losing you games, if that makes sense. All right, who we got next? Jerry is kind of a meme for falling off the map on that one point of Blizzard World when he was on Boston versus Houston in season 3. That's all he's remembered for, is falling off the map, and then the casters are just screaming, Jerry, where are you going? Editor me, pull that up.
Falling very, very, very low. Self-destruct to the back line. Jerry! He tried to make the moves. Jerry! Oh my word, he falls to his death.
Anyways, Jerry is average. He's pretty average. Yeah. He's pretty... Yeah, he's just... Yeah. He's sort of, yeah. Somewhere around there. G-Hood. Don't remember this guy. Don't remember a single thing about this guy. Goes down there. Jimmy! The only people who remember who Jimmy is because Custa made fun of him when he was VOD reviewing Chengdu. And then Jimmy actually has been kind of turning up recently. He's been good recent. I don't know, but he spent like a whole season on Chengdu being benched or bad. He looks good now, though. I think he goes. Does he even go? Yeah, he goes above Jerry. He can go with these guys. Agilities, Flower. Yeah. He needs more time. I don't know. If I were making this video at the end of the year, maybe I would have put him higher. But it just simply hasn't been good for long enough. You know what? That's kind of disrespectful. I'll put him in good. Jinmu. Yeah. So like I said, I always rated Eileen over Jinmu. And then I was wrong because obviously because Jinmu popped off in season 4 and Chengdu looked really, really good. I think he goes somewhere around here-ish. You can go up with... Yeah. No, he's better than him. Better than... Yeah, you go next to Jake. I think that's a fair placement. Jashirin? I don't think this guy played. I legitimately don't think this guy played. Don't remember him at all. Jangu. He was good on Houston. He just didn't play very long. He played like 1 season and then dipped. I can't rate him too highly because of that, but he was good when he played. I would rate him above Gator. Janu. Yeah, Janu was incredible. I think he goes up below Choi. I think he goes near Fury. Right up at Fury. Yeah, Fury here. I think he goes above Fury though. I can't put him above Fleta. Yeah. I'll put him right there. Alright. Should I put Fleta higher? I feel bad for putting him so low. But he's looked really rough the last 2 years. But he was so good at the start. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'll put Janu right there. Roll star. Roll star for sure. Jonak. Season 1 MVP. Definitely like the... I know you can't... Obviously, it was the first season, so like obviously there's no rookie of the year because everyone's technically a rookie. But he was like a rookie in the sense of the word that he didn't play in any big tournaments before. He just came straight out of competitive. Nah, he's incredible. Legend. I think he goes near the top of Legend as well. Izayaki, Fielder. I think Izayaki, Fielder, and Alarm are better players than him now. Well, obviously because he's retired. And even when they were playing at the same time, like season 4, I think they were better, but what he did for the game is like different, you know what I mean? Like these guys might not have even played support if Jonak didn't exist. Like he popularized the DPS Zenyatta support. Who we got next? J-Mac. Okay. I don't remember much of him. What I do is not inspirational. Who's this? Joe Meister. He didn't play. I know he didn't play. He didn't play map. Juby. I think Juby's back into collegiate now. But he was okay when he played on Outlaws. I'd say he's average. He was an average main support. He did what they needed him to do. Well, did he really do what they needed him to do if they needed Jake to come in and play Mercy and Brig? Yeah, I'll just put him at the bottom of average. Who's this? Oh, Junbin. Same thing as he's saying. Just unfortunate. Unfortunately, Shock aren't doing too well. Actually, I'll give points for Junbin. Shock looked so much better when they run him full time instead of splitting time between him and Max. So, unfortunately, Max is gonna get rated quite low, but Junbin can stay at the top of meh for now. Yeah. Hopefully they go up though. I hope Shock recovers. Next up we got King. Go with all your Vancouver friends. You're all about the same tier. Next we got Khan. Khan was actually quite decent. Paris ended up being quite average with him. I think he gets to be at least in here. Better than Dogman and Crimzo? No, I don't think so. I think those three are pretty equal. I'll put them right next to them. Next up, we got Kai. Also known as KSP earlier in his earlier days. I'm gonna be honest. I know this guy's really popular. I don't like him that much. I think he's kind of overrated. He goes over Bebe and DM though. Probably over Jake as well. Probably right about. I'll put him near the. I'll put him like right at the top of good. I don't know. I think some people would put him up a tier, if not 2 tiers higher. I don't think he's that good. I'll be honest. Kalios. Kalios no play. I'm not even gonna be able. I was gonna say editor me pull that clip up. Editor me is not gonna be able to find that clip. That clip is buried. He's doing really good on Boston right now, but before that, his career has been sort of tragic. So I don't think I can give him any higher than average. Yeah, somewhere in here. Crayon or Carry On? I don't remember how you're supposed to say this guy's name. Crayon or Carry On? I don't really remember him. Florida were not good when he played. Him and DPI were teammates. So I'd put them down here. I don't know. Him, DPI, and Gargoyle all got signed at the same time, and Gargoyle is far better than the both of them. Who's this? Oh, this is Kariv. This is a terrible picture of Kariv. I don't know why I chose this, because you can barely see him in the photo. But this is Kariv. Yeah, Kariv was a good flex support player. He goes up here. At least. Yeah, he goes over like this cluster of flex supports, he goes over them. Does he go? How high up does he go here? Big Goose? Yeah, he goes over Big Goose. This is high. I have Hydron too though. Hold on. Let me adjust. Oh, he goes over Boombox for sure. I think he goes. Karif can go about there. Kellen. Some tragic years on New York is all that this guy's career has been. Just don't think I can give him much better than top of meh. Kellex has been consistently in and out of the league. He's always fine. He's always like just okay enough. I'd say Kellex is one of the most. Kellex might be the most meh player of all time, to be honest. Good enough to consistently be at the top of contenders when he's not in Overwatch League, and then when he's in Overwatch League, he's consistently near the bottom. I think he's honestly one of the most meh players of all time. Kevster. This one might be spicy. I give him Roll Star. I think that might be the hottest take of this whole video. Kevster, not in the top tier, not even in the second tier. He's in the third tier. I don't know, man. Like, he's good, obviously, because he's even this high. You have to be really good. But I just think, I don't know, man. Like, I watch the games and I don't think he's that insane. I'll be honest. Like, he's good. He wins games, but he doesn't have like a lot of tournament wins. What's up with that? Where's his wins at? He's got like what, 1 stage win? 2? Well, no, he's got 3 now. I don't know. He's good, but I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's that insane. Okay. Spicy takedown. Kilo. I actually think Kilo's underrated. I think people hated on him a lot for Shock, even though they got second. So, how much can you really complain? Where'd I put Hydron? I'll put him like near Hydron. I put Hydron all the way down here. Nah, I think he goes up here. Around here. Who's this? Krawi. Yeah, this guy never impressed me. Never ever did this guy impress me. He's on Valiant right now. I mean, Valiant haven't won yet this season. And when he was on Paris weren't that good either. So, I think he He definitely goes down here somewhere. Krillin. He was okay. Didn't do too much, I'll be honest. Average. I'll put him down here. He definitely goes below Crimso, Dogman, Khan. He might even go into meh. Yeah, Krillin, you're pretty meh. After Krillin, we got Chris. I kind of liked Chris, but he never did anything. He was on a bad team, and he was playing Lucio, so they can't stand out too much. He was he probably has to go down here, unfortunately. Despite the fact that I did root for him. Is this Cruz? Lads, keep it together. I can't keep queuing up clips. This video's gonna be way too long. Play the sideshow, lads, keep it together clip. Editor me.
Pure chaos. Cruz would be like, lads, keep it together for God's sake! Alright, I've nearly got the sound barrier up, and when I get the sound barrier, we're gonna go 3, 2, 1, go! And then Shadowbun's like, I have the graviton active, and Bembet's like, oh mon amis, we go now, impossible! Oh, we must progress, allez, vite!
Yeah, Cruz is fine. I think Cruz is fine. I think it was an average. Who's that? Crystal. I thought Crystal was good on Spark, and then he was clearly not good on Valiant. And then there was that whole drama about him. What even was the drama about him? He just quit the team without telling them that he was quit, or like he just ditched the team. So he was still getting paid, but he just ran home to be with his girlfriend or something. He just ran away to, I don't know. I thought he was good when he played, but Valiant was not good when he was on there, so I can't give him higher than average. KSA was fine, but nothing to write home about. I think he goes at the bottom of average. Maybe even the top of meh, to be honest. Maybe like here. KSF? I never thought KSF was that good. I think he definitely goes in meh. Kooky was definitely a better coach than player. As a player, he goes in average, I guess. Yeah, definitely below Gator. Yeah, near the bottom of average. Above Gig, I'd take Kooky above Gig, I think. What we got next? Oh, was that Kib? There we go. Yes, that is Kib. I'm right. He didn't play that much, did he? He played like Brig and Roadhog. He was a silly hero specialist. He played like Brig, Roadhog, and Junkrat. I'll give him a nah, I guess. I don't have anything to say about him. Kyo. Kyo was kind of good. I don't think he played too much though. He was on Chengdu season 3. I'll put him down here. Then what? Landon. I think Landon's quite decent. Maybe above Crimzo. Maybe probably in this tier. Somewhere like right there, maybe. With my other okay flick supports. Lastro. I don't really rate Lastro that high. I know a lot of people think he's really good, but I don't. I think he's good, but he's not that good. I'll drop him down in like the low good tier. Who's this? Late Young. I thought Late Young was really good when he played, but then eventually Elsa just benched him. So clearly he goes below Elsa. I think they're very similar tier players. Yeah, Bishu, Elsa sort of tier. Sort of around here. Just Leave. Yeah, Leave is insane. Leave is actually so insane. One of the best DPS players ever. IQ goes all the way up to the top. Season 4 MVP. Yeah, Leave deserves to be up there, for sure. Lee J, go on. This guy, oh, we got back-to-back high placements here. He does not go up there. He does not get to go up there, but he definitely gets to go right next to all his friends up here. Isiaki and Lee J Gon, they're both legends. Legendary support duo. I don't know who I rate higher between the two of them. I actually think I rate Lee J Gon more than Isiaki. As a support duo, they're insane though. Lee Soo-min. Oh, he just joined Seoul. He's the guy who just joined Seoul. And has played like 2 games, so no playtime for you. Langsa. Unfortunately, you were on the bad Valiant. Not much else to say. Lep. Lep is a main support who is okay. On New York currently. I think he was actually on Outlaws for a little bit earlier. Like last season, maybe? Okay, below Faith. I would take Faith over Lep. I don't think Lep is bad by any means. Maybe around here. In the top of meh. Cloudy. It's just sort of a Reinhardt one trick. Where'd I put Bembest? I'll just put it next to Bembest. I think they're pretty similar. Although Cloudy does dominate. Not that this has anything to do with his Overwatch League experience, but he does dominate the rank ladder frequently on Reinhardt only. Probably around here. Oh, there's Bembest right there. Yeah, I think he's slightly better than Bembest, but not too much. Oh, Gods has to drop. Yeah, Gods is not good. Libero in his day. Libero is something, man. I think he's at least a role star. I think on the lower end of it, though, I think I'd probably put him just below Fissure, or just above Fissure, I mean. He was the glue of that early NYXL, man. Like, he would just fill anything and he'd play it at a high level. It's one of the reasons why they NYXL were so, like, good the whole year. Who's next? League A. Did League A ever end up playing? I remember he got a ton of hype coming into Contenders, and then I just don't remember him ever playing too much. Linkser. Linkser was good early on, but definitely fell off at the end of his career. No hate to the guy, but like I definitely think lower than Hydro on Baby Bay. At his peak, sure, but he just, I don't know. He just stayed in the league and was not great, which might affect my opinion a little bit more. Like, Baby Bay got out when he was still good. If Linkser left at the same time, then maybe, but maybe with like Aspire. Maybe I'm underrating Aspire. I might be underrating Aspire, low-key. Aspire might have to go up. Who's this? Lip. I also think Lip is overrated. Okay, I'm not that crazy. I'm not putting him that far down. Yeah, I think Lip is also overrated. I'm not putting him in the top tier. He gets to go right here. I'll put him above Hacksaw. Put him above Hanbin even. No, I won't. I'm putting Hanbin above him. God, this is so hard to rank these guys at the top. Dude, I gotta drop Jonek. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, maybe like that. Logics. I think he's similar to Linkser. He's very similar to Linkser. Sort of around here. Luffy. I liked Luffy. He just had the unfortunate reality of getting replaced by Izayaki. Yeah, I think he goes somewhere at the bottom of good. I think he was a good flex support player for his time, and yeah, that's it. Luke Mino. I definitely think he's the best part of Paris right now, but Paris have not. They've won 1 map so far this season, so I can't really give him anything better than low disappointing. Lolsish. That guy had an unfortunate career. He like couldn't get into the league for a long time for reasons that no one really knew. And then when he got in, he looked pretty meh. Cloudy, Bembest, Elevo, or not Elevo, Lolsish. They go around the same spot. I think, yeah, Elevote and Lolsish were a duo. I think Elevote was the better player between the two of them. It's just Liar. Unfortunately, you guys just haven't won a map yet. Or a match. You guys have won maps. Valiant has won maps. They have not won a match yet. Mika. Don't have strong memories of this one. Just sort of played and that was it. It was okay. Okay player on an okay team. Meg. I heavily rated Meg coming out of Contenders. I thought he was going to be really good, and then he was alright on Justice. Justice was alright. and then really struggled. He really struggled last season. But he's been looking good so far. Mag redemption, hopefully. I don't think he's had some. I don't think I can give him any higher than like around Gator, but I hope he pops off soon. I hope he continues to pop off and I can put him higher. Malthol, yeah. Vegas, you guys have won one map so far this season. Can't put you very high. Right next to your teammate Dove. Mondu. I think this guy played support for Charge until he got replaced by Chara. So wherever I put Chara, he's got to go below him. Not that I remember where I put Chara. He goes below Faith for sure. Definitely like below at the. He might even be meh. Nah, he's definitely. Oops. Yeah, he's definitely He's definitely gotta go in meh. Near Elk. Yeah, sure. Mangachu. He was okay, but he never really did anything. Did good in. He's very similar to Agilities. From the same country, played on the same team, sapped similar air pools. They're very, very similar people. Yeah, you can just go here. I like Agilities more, but honestly, that's just like personal, personal preference. They're very similar players. Man, it did. Yeah, Florida in season 1 was bad. Yeah. Yeah, I think he goes down here. He was one of their worst players too. Yeah, right next to Swoosh, his teammate. There we go. How that worked. Mono. Yeah, Mono was like the best main tank for a long time in the early days. Him and Gesture always had a bit of a rivalry. I think, yeah, he definitely goes Gesture, Fissure sort of tier. Fate. I think Fate had a better career than Mono, but I'd still give him Roll Star. I'll put him right above Gesture, because I think he was way more consistent. Gesture was pretty inconsistent. He was either beating the world or feeding. Okay, Marvel. Marvel kind of got done dirty. He looked good on Soul, and then on main tank, and then they made him play off tank for some reason, and then he got switched to like Boston, and then that Boston's where career's gonna die. But then he'd been popped off on in contenders in the knockouts against owl teams. He was on. Was he on O2? I think he was on O2. And he looked quite good. He was beating Overwatch League players. So I think I rate him more than Gator. I'll put him right at the bottom of good. I think that's fair. Masa. I think Masa was a good, consistent main support player. Nothing wrong with this guy. I think Masa's had a better career than Faith, so I'll put him right above Faith. How about that? Oh, Masa to Custa, though. I actually think Masa had a better career than Custa. Yeah, Masa can go up a decent amount. FD got an IDK, though. Yeah, similar. I put him right there. Max. Yeah, unfortunately for Max, Shock have been rough, and they look better with him benched. So, if that's not disappointing, I don't know what is. MCD. This guy has been in the league for a while, and I have nothing to say about him. So, that means he's meh. Yeah, I definitely rate him lower than Crimzo. Dogman, Con, Landon. I guess average. It's like the bottom of average. Who's this? McGravy. Florida's doing good with Gravy as a coach right now. Honestly, yeah, Florida was pretty bad when he was playing, and Gargoyle was a clear upgrade over him, so he's got to go below Gargoyle. Although I put Gargoyle right there. Yeah, I'll put him at the bottom of good. No, I won't. I'll put him in average. Yeah, he didn't have the best career, unfortunately. Positive guy. I think he won the Dennis Halkia award, or the, I don't know, the one that you get for being a good person and like donating to charity and stuff. Who's next? Meko. Yeah, Meko had a rough last season, unfortunately. He was still I still gotta rate him for what he did in the early seasons, though. Above Bumper, above Gaga. Yeah. I think around here-ish. Dante level. Yeah. Right there. Mendo. Pretty sure this guy didn't play. He's on Outlaws in season 1. I'm pretty sure he just streamed. He just turned into a streamer. He gave up on competitive play. Merit. Merit has been so good. I think Merit should have got Rookie of the Year last year. This guy's nutso hit scan. I think he belongs up here. Where's, I mean, Checkmate's his partner. BQB, I think Merit's better than BQB. Better than Eurus and Creative. Edison. I don't know if I think he's better than Edison. Currently, yes, but in terms of total career, I don't think so. I think he goes right there at the top of great, next to Edison. Who the MG? Oh, Shanghai Dragons season 1 didn't win at all. So you go down here with all your Dragons friends right there. Michelle. I thought Michelle was decent. Just sort of got there. Michelle did his job. I think he started off quite good and then just sort of dropped off as time went on, so I'll just stick him in average. Maybe better than some of these guys, though. Yeah, better than iRemix and Fraggy. Alright, who we got next? Mickey. Ooh, Mickey's an interesting one. Because he was not so great at Diva. That was struggled a lot with him on Diva. But then he started playing Brig, and he was really good at Brig. And then he only played in season 1, I think. I don't even think he came back for season 2. I don't know. I think I can give him like the bottom of average. I don't think that's too unfair to him. Mikey. So he did make it to the grand finals last year, but he's not even in the league anymore. He was in the league for like half a season, and he was kind of like a one trick. He only really played he played ball, and I don't think people really thought he was that good. The public perception was not that Mikey was very good. I think he goes around here, around where Hottie is. I think he goes lower than Hottie. I think he goes somewhere in average. Miro. The Winston, the original Winston player. Yeah, he really popularized how to play Winston, and then everyone got better than him. He did not stay on top of his game for too long. I think for his like contributions to just the game of like showing that Winston was a good character, he deserves to at least be in good though. I think that's fair. Next we got Mirror. Mirror is alright. I think Mirror is pretty average. He played DPS. I think he's played all 3 roles. He's played all 3 roles in Overwatch League. But he was mostly DPS, but he's playing tank for Washington Justice right now. He's playing over Ben Best, so I rate him more than Ben Best. But Ben Best is way down there, so I think somewhere like in averages suits this guy pretty well. Oh, mistakes. He just kind of had to fill in on Boston. He was alright, but then I don't even remember if he played in season 2. I just remember him from season 1. He was decent in season 1, but then we'll put him next to Bunny. I think they were good for their time, but you know, they just didn't really stick around. Didn't really go too crazy. Who's this? Monk. Monk was good on Chengdu. When Chengdu was like top 4. Season 4-ish. Yeah, Monk was good. Absolutely. Deserves to be at least in good. Yeah, I think he gets to go like top half of good, around there maybe. Yeah, Monk was a good player. MN3, honestly, Rookie of the Year candidate for season 5. He's playing out of his mind right now too. Soul Inferno are on a hot streak currently, and that's definitely partly because of him. Yeah, I think he goes over all these guys. Do I put him over Jake? I don't know if I think I do put him over Jake. You know what? I think I do put him over Jake. I don't think I put him over Doha and Kai though. Yeah, I think he goes right there, right next to Doha. Oh, someone's head got cut off. Oh, Milan ran. Yeah, this guy was the best player on the Valiant, or was he on Charge? I think he was on Charge when Charge was absolute booty butt cheeks in season 4. Yeah, he was their best player at least, so I gotta give him like at least this, I guess. Molf 1G. Yeah, he was disappointing. Really popped off in European contenders, and people thought he was gonna be this hot thing, and then Spitfire won one game that season. So Molly from Chengdu, I think he's good. He's worse than Monk. He's worse than Faraway. For sure. Those guys are better Chinese flex supports. For sure. Yeah, I think Molly's pretty average. I'll put him somewhere in the middle of average. Moth, one of the best main supports of all time. Ooh. This is an interesting conversation, actually. Of who do you think is better, Moth or Funny Astro? Because Moth has 2 championship wins. But I think when you like watch Funny Astro, you're like, oh my god, this guy's doing so much compared to Moth. I feel like on the eye test, Funny Astro wins. But if you go by results, Moth clears him. I think I do rate Moth higher. I think I rate Moth like up here. Chio. Compared to Chio, I think I rate Chio more. I'll put him right next to Chio. Mooma, another old name from season 1. Yeah, Mooma kind of struggled and he only played in the early seasons, and he was not inspirational even back then. I think he goes. I'll rate him over like Lulsish though. Put him like here. Munchkin. Soul Dynasty season 1. And then he went to Boston, and then he got benched by Jerry. So wherever I put Jerry, this guy's got to go below him. I think it's Jerry. Is that one Jerry? Yeah, right there. Yeah, I think at the bottom of average is fair for him. I think he was better than Bunny. I mean, he benched Bunny when they were both on Soul. So below Jerry, above Bunny. I think that's a pretty fair rating. Muse. I was super impressed with Muse in his rookie year. When he was on Glads in season 4, I thought he was really good. And then season 5 on Toronto, he was just not it. Now he's in Contenders, and I think that team is actually doing... Is he on Dreamers? That team's actually doing quite well. So I think he's got to go at least average. He did have a rough... I mean, it was... I don't know. Toronto was just weird. They should have been so much better than they were last year. I rate him about Hottie, Gator. I think I'd take Muse over both of them. I'll put him up here. Who's this? MY Kaylee. Yeah, this guy was bad. Played for Charge in season 4. And I didn't watch too much of Charge back then, but they were bad, and this guy was certainly not helping with it. I think he definitely goes down in this not already tier. Myungbong got done dirty, honestly. I'll put him at like the low end of average. Yeah, under like Crimzo and those guys. Yeah, he got done dirty because I always thought he was like good on Boston, like he deserved to be on a better team, and then he got sent to a worse team, which was New York. And then that was just GG's for Myungbong's career. I felt like he was the best part of Boston when Boston was bad. This is Nos from LA Valiant this year, and they haven't won a match yet, so I can't put you too high. Yeah, I'll put you right next to Liar. Right at the top of not Overwatch League ready. Then we got Naga. This is when Eternal was... He was on Eternal when Eternal was decent. So I think he was fine. Like, where'd I put Backbone? Like, I put Backbone there. I think Naga and Backbone are equally okay players. Actually, I think Naga had a slightly worse go of it. So I'll put him at the bottom of average. We got Niced. I was a big Niced enthusiast when he was on Fusion Uni. And then he never performed in Overwatch League. He was on a version of Toronto that should have been better. Toronto was just so mediocre when they had better than mediocre talent every year. And he was, yeah, I can't put him higher than like mid-average, I think. But I thought he was, I don't know. I was hoping he was going to be better than he ended up being. Who's this? Neko? Played on Boston in Season 1 and then got benched by AimGod. I think he was pretty average Flexport. I think he goes below these guys because he just didn't have the longevity. Just goes somewhere in the middle. Nene. I liked Nene, but he ruined his entire career by... He missed one grav, and that's all everyone remembers him for. So, I think he deserves to go in average with some of these other DPS players. Maybe I should have sorted them by rule. That would have made more sense. Too late now, though. I think he goes right there. Oh, whose head got cut off? Neptuno. He was really good. Main support player on Fusion for the first few years. I think he was better than average in terms of main support. I think I'd take Faith over him though. I think he goes at the top here though. One of these top couple spots. Right there. Nero. Nero had a weird career. He bounced around a couple teams. He was on Charge, he was on Shock, and then he was on Atlanta. I think that was his journey. I always thought he was quite decent. He got a lot of hate from Shock people who were just looking for an excuse to why Shock wasn't #1 anymore. They're like, oh, it's all Nero's fault. But Nero was fine. I think he definitely goes up near this top end of average, at least. He might even go up to good. No, I'll put him right next to like a Spire and Linkser. I think that's fair. I mean, Shock was still like top 4 when he was on Shock. I think he might go up. I'll put him next to Hydration. Yeah, I'd take Nero over Hydration. Yeah. Yeah, I think I would. Nevix. Unfortunately, he got benched by Choi, Hyobin, who is all the way up here. So obviously that just means he's one spot lower. No. Now, Nevix was fine, but I mean, Shock weren't even really that good in Season 1, so I think he goes near the end of average with Mickey. I think him and Mickey were pretty competing on the same level. Actually, I'd take Mickey over Nevix. Nico. Nico Godhand is one of the best French players to ever play the game, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. I think he was pretty average. He was a pretty average DPS player. Actually, by the end of his career, he was pretty not good. Yeah, I'll put him. I think like next to Mistakes is a good spot for him. Yeah, that seems fair to me. Who's this? Nisha? Nisha played half a season on Hunters, where he was split in playtime with Yveltal. And Yveltal was very good. Probably the best Chinese main support player ever. So Nisha was good, but they're just, at the end of the day, didn't do too much. Would I take Nisha over Faith? That's a tough one. I think I would take Nisha over Faith at his peak. But only barely. He gets to go like here. Somewhere like that. What's this? Enlair. Atlanta DPS player in Season 2. Definitely nothing special about him. Pretty average hit scan player. Yeah, I'll throw him down here. I'll take him above these guys. Right there. Nomi. Yeah. So I think one of the biggest upgrades of all time was when Nomi got taken out and Super got put in. So yeah. Yeah, this guy's not great. Somewhere down here. Honestly, like here. Next to Coco. No, I think Coco's more disappointing. I think he gets to go up above those guys for a little bit, I guess. No Smite. Yeah, this guy would kind of had a fraudulent career. He was on Spark when Spark were good in Season 2. And he was on Paris when Paris were good, but it wasn't. I don't think Paris were good because No Smite was on the team. Paris was good because they had Hanbin and Spark on the team. Oh, I think he goes below Ben Best. He was splitting play time with Ben Best. And I think Ben Best was the better one between those two. And I didn't rate Ben Best very highly. Where's Ben Best? Ben Best is right here. Yeah, I rate No Smite down here for sure. Yeah, like here maybe. There's that Note. It is Note. Note was really good for the first the first season. He was really good the first season, and then he was pretty average for the next couple seasons before he retired. I think he was above average when he played. I think for sure he was above average. What other like off tank players do I have up here? Elsa. No, I think Elsa is better than Note. I think Note was better than Bijou though. So that's a pretty tight range, I guess. He goes right there. Numlocked. Yeah, he was just on that. Well, that. He was on Defiant. Defiant has always been mediocre. Therefore, Numlocks has been very mediocre. I remember watching him a little bit. Yeah, he was not. I think Beast. Where did I put Beast Halo? I think he has to go below Beast Halo. Okay, Beast Halo's right here. Yeah, Numlocks goes down here. I think Numlocks is worse than Beast Halo. Nuss. Okay, so Nuss won a year. He won Season 1. So I said, if you've won, you get to go in great. He didn't do too much after that, so that's as high as he's going. Who's this? NVM? Bad Valiant. He was on the Bad Valiant. That's all I have to say. OGE. This guy was given so many chances. Second chances, third chances, fourth chances, and it just never worked. I don't know. His Winston was good, but as soon as we were not on a Winston meta, he just fell apart. Also, it just seemed like he cursed every team that he was on. Like, they just were so much worse, which I guess in hindsight means that he probably wasn't as good as we all thought. I'll put him at the bottom of average, but he just had so many pop-off moments that I don't want to put him that low. No, I gotta put him above Kooky. He was better than Kooky. Fraggy, iRemix. Yeah, I'll put him like just there, middle of average, I guess. But that's a disappointment considering how much hype he got. Next we go OG. He played good on Atlanta last year, but Toronto is not looking so hot right now. So I'm gonna put him in meh. I'd still take him over Lep though. So maybe like right there. Onigod. Onigod was a decent player. Nothing wrong with this guy. Played out on Eternal in the middle seasons. I don't really remember when exactly he was on Eternal. But yeah, I always thought Onigod was a decent DPS player. Only Wish. Only Wish. I think he played for Charge. I legitimately don't remember this guy. But I think he played. Did he even play? I don't have memory of him playing. I'll put him down here. Who's this? Opener. Played Justice Season 4? 5? I don't remember much of this guy. He was just He was a meh main support player. Sure. Right there. Who's this? Paintbrush. He was alright on Dallas, and now he is the 6th player, head coach, general manager, social media person, all of the above for LA Valiant because they have no budget, so they just got this guy to do 6 jobs at once. Which I respect the hell out of that, but unfortunately, he didn't look too hot on Fuel. Yeah, I think he goes below Lep and OG. Maybe like there. Honestly, maybe like with like Aid. Yeah, I think he goes down here with Aid. Panker. I don't think Panker ever ended up playing, did he? There's like some big hype about Gladiator sending Panker, like season 2, and then he just, I don't remember Panker ever playing. I think he might have got a few maps in, but didn't leave an impression on me. Pelican. Season 4, Rookie of the Year. Yeah, this guy pounds. This guy's unbelievably good. Do I even... I kind of want to put Pelican up here. I think Pelican is a freak of nature, man. Who's that? Is that Lip? Yeah, I'll put him right next to Lip. I think that's... Yeah. Yeah, I'll put him right next to Lip. Yeah, I think those are the two... I think those are the two front runners for MVP this year so far. I think Atlanta and Houston are popping off currently, and it could go either way. I think Atlanta is like a more complete, like, whole team, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I really like Houston's roster this year, and I think Pelican is an unbelievable talent. Persia. Yeah, this might be one of the most forgotten about players ever. I know he was on Boston, but don't know much more than else. Piggy. Piggy. Is Piggy on charge right now? Yeah, Piggy's good. He was good on Outlaws. And then... yeah. Charger looking nasty right now. They kind of choked. They kind of choked in the knockouts. They didn't make it to midseason. But, they dominated the regular season. Or, like, the... whatever, qualifying matches. Whatever you want to call those. He's definitely above average off tank. I'd take him over Elsa, yeah. For sure. I would take him over these guys. Yeah. He's better than these guys. Yeah. Now, Piggy is great. I think Piggy might go up here. Yeah, I think Piggy over Kaluge. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think Piggy goes right there. I think Big Goose is too high. This guy's gotta go right a couple slots. Right there. Pine. Yeah, Pine is also overrated. Because his aim was phenomenal, obviously. That was his thing, but he only played in season 1. He got signed for season 4, then never played. I don't know. Pine was... he had his thing, and his thing was aiming really well. Really well. But I don't know. Once he got figured out, it was like he kind of didn't ever end up playing again. I think Pine goes. Yeah, I think Pine goes somewhere around here. Over Baby Bay, maybe. Yeah, I'll put Pine over Baby Bay. I'll put him right there. Who is this? Pineapple. Played on. He was on Spark a few years ago. Maybe just last year. I don't think he ever played much over Alpha E and Shy. Yeah, I don't think he got much play time over Alpha E and Shy. That's not realistic to expect of anyone. So he gets to go down there. Is this Poco? It is. Yeah, I think people overrate Poco. I don't know. People just really love the guy, and I was like never super impressed with him. He had like the funny little... he did the thing in season 1 where he had like all these funny little set diva bombs where he like had the lineups for it and it would land in like the exact spot he wanted. But then after that got figured out, that was kind of it for him. Where did I put Hotba? I think Poco is like similar to Hotba. Whoa, I put Hotba that high? Okay. Yeah, I don't think Poco's quite this good. Yeah, below Elsa. Well, I guess there isn't really much room, because I do think Poco is better than No. So, yeah, I'd take him over Big Goose, too. Who's next? Oh, Pokpo. Played on Atlanta in Season 2. I thought he was really good, but He didn't play for too long. It's like 1 season. Not even. He didn't play the whole season. I think Gator benched him, didn't he? So he's gotta go below Gator. Gator's right there. So somewhere here. Yeah, right there. Profit. Yeah, well. In my opinion, the greatest player of all time. Debatable, sure. Sure. But that's my opinion. Profit has been playing out of his mind since day one. He leads the league in like all the relevant stats. So, I mean, all time. So, I think he has had the most successful Overwatch League career of anyone. I think he's just the best to ever do it. And that's that. Proper. If Proper has another season like his last season was, he could go up into this top tier. The only reason he's not in the top tier is because it's just been 1 season. And they didn't win. If he won last season, he would be in the... Which, you know... You might say, well, that's such like a small margin to go by. He didn't win, man. He didn't win, man. 1 more map. I think it was down to like 1 or 2 more maps. Win some stages. 1 or 2 more maps. Might have won the finals. My opinion might be different. But in the end, he didn't win. And if you didn't win, then I can't put you... I can't put someone with 0 championship rings as a candidate for the greatest of all time. That just doesn't make any sense. Well, actually I can, because leaving Carpe immediately contradicted myself, because leaving Carpe didn't want either. Yeah. But they both had like longer times of relative domination, so Proper can move up though. I think Proper can move up if he... I mean, Shock are also kind of struggling this year. If Shock do good again this year, and it's because of Proper again, he might go up to the top. But for now, we're keeping Proper in the 2nd tier. Oh, this is Prophet, who is currently on the Soul Dynasty, who are not looking so good. Yeah, he's pretty meh. I mean, he's like... Yeah, I'd say he's Heesang. He's like Heesang, him and Heesang are putting up similar performances at the same time, so goes right next to Heesang. Punk, the bencher of random off-tank players. Punk is quite good. I'd take Punk over Poco. I'd take Punk over Hoppa. Would I take Punk over Elsa? Would I take Punk over Elsa? Wow. I think I need to make some room. I think Elsa needs to go this way. I think Punk goes up there. Halfway up good? Yeah, Punk's always been like one of the best players on the teams he's been on. QOQ. He was good when he played on Spark. And he just had a really short career. Sort of not memorable either. Spark went through so many players at some points. They just had gigantic rosters. Where did I'll put him there. Quatermain. Yeah, this guy was not good. This is what London was not good. He goes next to guard. Maybe he goes next to his teammate. Rain. I liked Rain. I think Rain was on Mayhem. And then he went to Valiant. I liked him on Florida. I did not like him on Valiant. Yeah, he goes down here. Yeah, unfortunate. Rack Attack. You guys have not won a match in the Overwatch League yet. That's all I can say. Right next to your teammates from Paris or Vegas. You guys are Vegas now. Vegas Eternal. Rappel. I always liked Rappel, but he got benched for Fielder, and well, you can see where Fielder is. Now, Rappel is not that good. Well, Raucus is coming up too, and they're gonna have to go in similar spots. Because they were playing musical chairs with the Outlaws roster spot. Over Boombox for sure. Okay, over Boombox. Over Masa? No. Repel right there. Rascal. I love Rascal. Maybe not that high. Dude, Rascal was something else, man. This guy could play every hero. He figured out, he literally would like, a new hero would come out and he would just be the best at it instantly. This guy was so good. So good. He didn't have that like pop-off carry performance that someone like these guys, all these guys in the top row had though. He's just so smart. He's just such a smart player. I read him over Libero and Hacksaw, who were similar. They played a similar role. Yeah, I'm gonna put him here. Yeah, dude, this is hard. This top row is hard. I'm putting him over Pelican for sure. Over Lip. I'm gonna put Rascal over Lip. Yes, I would take Rascal over Lip. I'll put Rascal right there in the middle of Legend. Who's next? Raucous. Raucous gets to go right next to Repel. Where did I just put Repel? Right here. Raucous and Repel go right next to each other because they traded. They were on the same team and they would just get subbed in back and forth for no explainable reason. RCK. Yeah, this guy never impressed me. I played on Dallas, I think. Season 2, Season 3. Yeah, he never impressed me. Meh. Reiner. Reiner was really good for the one season he played, and then he retired. But he won 2 stages. He played 4 stages and won 2 of them. That's a pretty impressive resume. Like, that's a pretty good ratio. Yeah, I take him over Note, Poco, Hoppa. What are the tank players I got here? Punk, Elsa, Raucous, Repel, Kariv, Baby Bay, Monk, Nisha, Jake. No, I don't take him over Jake. No, I think Reiner right about here. Revenge. This guy barely played, to my knowledge. It's just one of those. He was just part of that gigantic Spark bench that I keep talking about. Rhea. Rhea was on Spark for a bit. He was on Justice for a bit. Maybe those are the only 2 teams he played for. Yeah, Rio did not impress. Rhea, not Rio. No, he was average. You know what? Yeah, he was average. Now here's Rio. Yeah, Charge. He was on. Yeah, Rio was not. No, I don't think Rio is ever good. Goes down here with like Ben Best and them. Lulsish sort of tier. Ripper. Yeah, this guy never really impressed me. Fox support player for London. No. Yeah, I don't really remember these guys, like how well they played. I think he's probably in this tier though. Yeah, he's probably down here. Rise. Oh, Rise and Only Wish played together, didn't they? Well, I don't remember where I stuck Only Wish's ass. Is that one Only Wish? With his head cut off? Not a very... Charger was not good that year. Roar. Yeah, this guy is actually like the definition of disappointing. This guy got unbelievably hyped coming out of Contenders and then just fell flat on his face instantly. Yeah. Unfortunate for Roar. And who do we got? Roki. I liked Roki. He was just mediocre. Mediocre support player for Toronto. Sure. Rolf. Rolf actually got unlucky because he joined the league. Rolf got unlucky because he joined the league too late. I think if Rolf played in season 1, he would have been decent, but he didn't even get into the league until season 4 when he was kind of washed up. And flex support players got so much better from seasons 1 to like season 3 or 4. So he would have went from being like above average to like he was one of the worst. He was one of the worst flex supports in the league. I mean, he goes next to all his Titans teammates. Roshan. 0-40 Shanghai Dragons. I think that's all I need to say. Right there. With your teammates. RuPaul. RuPaul's been looking real good on Florida so far. I think he was on Florida last year too. But Florida looks on fire right now. I think he's better than... I would take him over Crimzo. Yeah, Crimzo's in this tier. I think he's a tier above Crimzo. What other flex support players do I have up here? Kariv. Yeah, I'd put RuPaul and Kariv. They've had similar trajectories in their career. Yeah, I think Kariv, RuPaul should be here. Far away over these guys, actually. Yeah, Faraway's better. Yeah. Faraway needs to be near the top of this tier. Ryu J Hong. My personal favorite player of all time. The original Ana god. Influenced flex support gameplay to come for many years. Was he great though? Was he in Overwatch League? Was he great? I don't think he goes too high in this tier though. I mean, yeah. I think he goes here. Onimo's too high. Onimo should be at the bottom of this tier. Somewhere, I think Jaehyun can go above Bumper. I don't think he can go too much higher. But Sam! He's okay on Shock. And he's been not so good on Toronto. Yeah, you can go down there. Sato. I think Sato was like one of the most consistent main tank players. I think he was one of the most average tank players the league has ever seen. No, I'd take Hottie over him. Actually, I think yeah, it goes with these guys. I think they're pretty similar careers. Who's next? Sam. Oh no. Dude, Justice was so bad when Sansan was on the team. This guy's one of the worst D.Va players in the world. Yeah, this guy goes to the bottom of this year. Sanguinar. I thought Sanguinar was one of the bright spots on the London that was bad. But not that bright. It still goes down here. Sasson? What jersey is that? Oh, Valiant. I kind of forgot Sasson was on Valiant. He was on one of those gigantic Spark teams that I've been talking about. And then he was on Valiant when Valiant were not good. Well, when Valiant were... Oh, yeah, no, Valiant were good then. Yeah, he's just like down here. For sure. Was that Saucy? Yeah, I don't really remember what Saucy ever did. Pretty forgettable. Sauna has played he played one map in preseason. I don't think they've been subbed in ever since then. He won his map though, so good for him. I hope he does good. He seems like he's a decently skilled player. Saya player. I loved Saya player. He was stuck on such bad teams, but I loved Saya player. I think his hits game was insane. I rate him over Pine. I rate him over Baby Bay. I rate him over... Okay, I might be disrespecting Hydron a little bit, but putting him so low. Hydron might need to go up. Yeah, I think Saya player goes up here. For sure, Saya player goes up here with EQO. Yeah. Yeah, I think Saya player goes up there. Yeah, okay, I've disrespected Hydron enough. Hydron, yeah, oh yeah, why wouldn't I put Hydron next to Kai? That makes perfect sense. They should be next to each other. Who's this? Oh, Sabiolbi. My captain. The clutch captain. The self-proclaimed greatest tracer in the world. Yeah. Yeah, this guy was something, man. I think he was... Yeah. Yeah, he goes up here for sure. Libero and Mono. Yeah. Does he go up here? I think he might. I might have to, like... there might have to be, like, a great shuffling. We'll get to that at the end. What if it... but I don't know if he was better than some of these guys down here. No, he's definitely not better than Kevster, Decay, Alpha Yi. I think he actually was... I'll put him over Alpha Yi. That's as high as he gets to go. No, what I was saying is there might have to be a great shuffling. I'm realizing now that I have, like... there's, like, so many players down here, and then, like, so few at the top that it's, like, a couple of these guys are gonna have to go up, and then a couple of Roll Stars, the top, like, 5 of Roll Stars are gonna go up to Legend, and then, like, the top 5 of Great are gonna go to the bottom of Roll Star. I think that might end up happening. But we'll see. I'm not sure yet. Shui was on the Bad London with Guard and Krillin and the others, so you get to go right next to him. Quatermain. Right next to Quatermain. Seagull. Seagull was alright for his time, but not amazing. Dallas struggled. Dallas struggled in Season 1. I do respect the guy. He's like the most popular Overwatch streamer ever, man. So undeniably influential on the game. But in terms of gameplay, yeah, I'd rate him below agilities and apply. Yeah, you can go like right next to Mangachu. Better than Mangachu. Who's this? Seeker. I think Seeker is the best player on this year's Valiant, but they have not won a game yet. But I think he's the best player. I think he goes over CJ. I think he goes up near the top of this tier. Maybe even the bottom of this tier. Who's this competition? I mean, Aspire's all the way up here. Oh my god. I can't put him that high. I can put him this high, though. Sam? Yeah, I can put him next to Sam. For sure. Next to Mistakes? Yeah, like right in here. For sure. Seiko. New York are surprisingly okay, but I think that's because Fitz is hard carrying them, not necessarily because Seiko's doing much. I think he goes... Yeah. Yeah, he deserves to be down here, like with Seeker. I think Seeker's better than him. I think Seeker has to go up a little bit. I think Seiko and Sam are pretty evenly matched, though. Somansu. Somansu was super weird. Super weird career. He, like, was a nobody, and then he played Zarya for Titans during Goats meta, and they were really, really good. And then Zarya wasn't meta anymore, and then he just played weird heroes like Reaper. And then he moved to Spark, and then was on the Infinite Spark bench. I mean, all in all, I guess he was average. I'd take him over Flower. Does he go up here? Yeah, actually, I might take him over Hydration and Nero. I don't think he goes too much higher than this. Would I take Somansu over to Fran? And Goats, for sure. I mean, they were playing at the same time. Yeah, Somansu can go right there. Seojun? I don't remember this guy at all. Shadowburn. I always really liked Shadowburn. He was like the Genji guy in like 2017 and 2018. He was the Genji guy. No, he doesn't go that high. He doesn't. He's below Flower for sure. He was on Fusion when Fusion was good, but then he got benched for EQO. So that's direct power scaling. He goes below EQO. And then he was on Paris when Paris were pretty meh. I think he goes above Nico. I think he was the better. So I think it's fair to put him in average. I'll put him. Yeah, I think he was pretty equivalent to Agilities, actually. And here's this. Sharp. He played for Rain, obviously. That's the jersey he's wearing. I think Atlanta, that was when the Atlanta were pretty meh, pretty mediocre. And he was definitely not one of the better players on the team. Like bottom of average, seems fair. He was an average player on an average team. Sharik or Shark or something. Definitely bad. Definitely not a good player. I think Beast Halo is better than him. They both played for Toronto. They're both tank players for Toronto. I think Beast Halo is better than him. I think he goes down here. Shax is a really good tracer, and not much else to his hero pool. That's all he is. He is tracer. Yeah, links to Aspire. I put him up right next to Aspire. I think that's fair. Shaz. Fine. Lower than Boombox. I think him and Boombox are pretty similar caliber players. Put him right next to Boombox. Shockwave. Yeah, Shockwave has just been cursed to be on bad teams, honestly. He's been looking like one of the best hit scan players on every team he plays for, and then he just ends up being on bad teams. Like, I definitely think between him and Seiko, he's better. He's better than Seiko and Leb, who are his current teammates. I think, yeah. I think Shax, Aspire, Linkser, yeah, they're all good to average. Shocheng, yeah, you were on the bad Valiant. Get with your teammates. Shredlock, yeah, you were on the bad Titans. You get to go with your teammates. Not only were you actually on the bad Titans, I think you were one of the worst players on this team. So you actually get to go with Dalton. You actually get to go with this teammate down here. Shu, yeah, Shu's just nasty. Shu is just nasty good. He goes up here with all these other nasty good Flexibor players. Flexibor is such a stacked role, man. I like genuinely don't know who I rate higher between Izayaki, Fielder, Shu, Alarm. We haven't got to them yet, but Twilight and Violet are definitely going up there. Spoiler alert. Shy. Yeah, this guy's hit skin is nutso. Where's Merit? I think he goes next to Merit. I think they're equal. Yeah, Shy goes up at the top of this tier for sure. Actually, just a nutcase on hit skin. Who's that? Silk Thread? Silk Thread was a good, like, role player. Like, he just... You ask him to do something, and he'd do it. Flexible. Average. Did his job. That's all there is to it. Silver 3? Yeah. Actually, of this Valiant team that didn't get a win, I think he was the worst player on their team. I think he used to go all the way down here with these... I think he was noticeably worse than those guys. I'm not saying something. Okay, now we have a controversial figure for his actions outside of the game, but it would be dishonest to say that he did not influence the game. Okay, he was MVP of a season. So it would be a bit of revisionist history to not include him in the list, despite the fact that his actions as a human being outside the game have been not good. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just look up the Sinatra. I don't know. Just look up what Sinatra did. He goes up here for sure, though. I mean, he was MVP of a season, for Christ's sake. Do I put him over? No, I don't put him over Floto. Sir Majed. Majed's a decent flex support. He gets too aggressive sometimes. Sometimes he gets too aggressive and just feeds. That's the problem with Sir Majed. Put him Crimzo tier. Who's... Oh, Skyreaper. Yeah, this guy's not impressed me at all. Skewed. Him and Shu were a very good support duo in season 4. And now he's on his own on Inferno. Or not on his own, but I just mean out of Shu's shadow. Because Shu is an absolute nutcase on flex support. I think he goes over these guys, though. This guy's, I mean, he's pounding currently. Yeah, he definitely goes up here. Top half, next to RuPaul. Yeah. Sky. You were on the bad Shanghai Dragons. See ya, buddy. Sleepy. Yeah, he was on Shock before Shock were good. I mean, he got benched by... I mean, you can't blame him for getting benched by Violet, because everybody would have got benched for Violet at this point in the game. But he's still... never impressed too much. Average. I'd say he was average when he played. For sure. I think that seems fair. Yeah, around here. Who's this? Oh, Slime! Yeah, Slime. Slime goes up into the top. Yeah, better than Custa. Yeah, this guy was... I mean, he was rivaling Moth when they were playing at the same time. He kind of dropped off faster than Moth did, though. So... I think he gets to go into Great. Do I even have any main support players here? Oh, Onimo. I think he's better than Onimo. Next up, we got Smex. I don't even remember what team he played for. I'm going to be honest with you. I remember when he played in Contenders, because he played on the team with Rascal. And there were some funny clips of them, like, playing ranked together. I legitimately don't remember when this guy played in Outlaw, or what team he was on. So I can't really put him any higher than down here. Probably like down here, man. Like I don't remember what he did. I legitimately only remember him from Contenders. Smurf, probably the greatest. Just all-round main tank of all time. I think I have to put him over Fearless. I'd take Fearless on the Winston, but Smurf is just like more well-rounded, more balanced. I mean, he's won more than Fearless has. Would I put him higher? I honestly want to sneak him up here, low-key. I'm gonna put him up here. I think he's the best tank player of all time. So if I don't put him up here, there's not going to be any tank players up here. So I'm going to put Smurf up there. Is that Snillo? Tracer player in Season 1 for Fusion, and then he just disappeared. Last we heard of him, he was in the Swedish forests picking berries. That's the rumors. The rumors with Snillo. He was good when he played, but he just had such a short career. I don't want to put him any higher than good. He was like super good on the Tracer, because it let Carpe just play the Widow, and then Fusion, they didn't actually win, but they got pretty close to winning a couple stages, and to winning, they got second overall. But EQO was back in by then, so not really anything to do with Snillo. I'm just gonna put him at the bottom of good. He just had too short of a career to move him any higher. Snow from the Boston Uprising, yeah, he didn't play. He did not play. I'm pretty sure. I think he played preseason, like Avast, but he never actually played in a real match. Next up, we got Someone. This guy is really good. He impressed me on Florida last year, and so far this year, he has been insane. Legitimately like a top 2, top 3 tank player so far this year. This guy has been putting up numbers. Rollstar? Yeah, I think Rollstar. No, I think just the sheer longevity of Fate's career puts him above Someone. But Someone has been pounding so far. I'll put him over Fissure. I'll put him like right here. I'll put him right above Moth. Next up we got Soon. Soon is good. Soon is a good tracer. Good tracer player. I think Soon was probably the best French player that ever played the game. Not that that's exactly a very high bar, because there's not many good French players, but I think Soon is probably the best French player that ever played. I'll put him up top of good, at least. Yeah, I'll put him with Jake. I think right below Jake is probably about the right spot for Soon. They have pretty similar careers. Sparkle. Sparkle. Ooh, I'm a big Sparkle fan. I'm a big Sparkle fan. I can put him right there. I kind of want to put him higher. I actually kind of want to move like the top 5 of Roll Star up to Legend. I'll put him right below Decay, right between Kevster and Decay. I think that's sort of fair. I think that's a good spot for him. Damn, I want to put him higher, but I don't want to put Fate higher. Yeah, I do. Well, I'll shuffle around all of the stuff at the end. We can save that for the end. Let's just get everyone on the tier list first. Oh, Space. I don't even have to check my list. I know that's Space. The best Western off tank I think that ever played the game. So that's an immediate Roll Star from me. This guy's his diva early on in the league. I mean, Valiant went from being like a very mid-table team to winning a stage when Space became 18 and he was allowed to play. Yeah, he won stages with Glads. His Sigma was really good. His Diva was really good. His Zarya was really good. This guy was just incredible on the off tank. Do I rate him above? What other off tank players do I have around here? Janu? Do I rate him above Janu? No, I rate him the same. I'll put him right next to Janu. I think he's the same as Janu. He had a longer career than Janu, so maybe he gets bonus points for that. But I think at their peaks, Janu was a little bit better. I think they're pretty interchangeable. I think you could go either way on Janu or Space. Sparker. Definitely the best player on London currently, but London was actually good last year. They're just not good so far this year. But Sparker is definitely their best player over Shax for sure. Who else? Maybe at the bottom of good here. Over Hydration, Nero, Eileen, Type of tier, Defran. Yeah, I'm thinking in the low to mid good. Thinking like right there is a good spot for Sparker. Next up we got Speedily. Speedily got unbelievably hyped as a rookie and has shown absolutely nothing for it. I'm not gonna lie, man. He's shown absolutely nothing for it. He's got to go at least in meh. Honestly, he might go down to disappointing. I think he's been one of the reasons that Toronto is not doing so great right now. I mean, because he was really hyped up for all his Echo in contenders, and then he got to Overwatch League and Echo wasn't meta. And then he's like plays Tracer and he doesn't look good on it. I'd say he goes down here, honestly. I'll put him at the top. I'll put him at the very top of disappointing. I hope he can prove me wrong, though. Next up, we got... Who is that? Spree. From what I remember, this guy, he only played Zarya, and Overwatch League has almost exclusively had Diva metas. Not exclusively, but... I don't know. If you did a timeline of, like, off tanks, what they had to play, it was, like, Zarya for a little bit, Diva for forever, Sigma for a bit, and then Diva again. And then just Diva or Sigma, that's it. Zarya's hardly ever played at the top pro level. And I mean, he was good at Zarya, but that was all he could do. So, lack of hero pool, he's got to go down here in meh with some of his other Outlaws teammates, like Boink. Stalker. I think Stalker has impressed me a lot. He didn't get to play too much on Soul last year, but when he played, he looked good, and he has been going crazy on Atlanta so far this year. Like, yeah, he looks so good right now. Where do I even put him, man? Above Corey? Yeah, take Stalker over Corey. Bushway, EQO. Take Stalker over EQO, honestly. I'll put him right here. Yeah. He's been going crazy so far. Oh, if he keeps it up, he could go even higher. There's this Stand 1. Stand 1 had a bit of a unfortunate career. Oh, not unfortunate career, but just he did not impress. Let's put it that way. He did not impress. When he was on Dragons, it was like, nope, let's just run fearless the whole time, actually. And then when he was on Boston, it wasn't pretty. I think he ended up getting replaced by someone else, but I can't for the life of me remember who that was. I think he goes in meh. Yeah, Stand 1 is not a great main tank player. Yeah, Fusions is down here. Yeah, somewhere right here maybe. Stellar. Played on Boston a little bit. Same time Stand 1 was there, I'm pretty sure. Also not impressive. That Boston team was not impressive. Don't have anything else to say about the guy. Is that Stitch? Is that my guy? Yup. Unfortunately got benched by Sominsu for the Zarya during GOATS, and then didn't get a whole lot of playtime in Overwatch League. He was really good in Contenders, though. Unbelievably good. He had the run on playoffs run with Justice, actually, where he was playing the Ashe. And they looked really good. When and Decay was playing like the Zarya, they were playing like Zarya Hog. Is at the end of season 3, I think. So I gotta put, where the heck do I put Stitch? I think he's gonna go at the top of good, somewhere here. Jake, no, I put him above Jake. Doha, yeah, I'll put him right below Doha. I think that's pretty fair. I would love to put Stitch higher. He was just too young. He needed to get into the Overwatch League like 2 years earlier. He would have been so much better. By the time he got there, it was too late. Stratus was a meme lord. And that was about it. He was not actually a great player. I mean, he was fine. He was a fine DPS player, but GOATS meta existed. So, unfortunate for him. Corey was definitely the better of the two of them. I'm just gonna put him in average. I think he's just an average DPS player. Nothing to write home about. He was funny, though. Striker! Greatest tracer of all time. Great. Best tracer player of all time. I mean, he kind of fell off. I mean, he's been benched for Decay this whole year. I'll put him there. I'll put him in Legend. Right at the top of it, though. Sugar Free. I think this guy's going to win Rookie of the Year this year. He's been doing very well. His team is kind of mediocre around him, but I think he is the secret sauce that's going to get them to some... I mean, they probably won't win anything, let's be honest. They don't have enough firepower on the roster across the board, but they could probably get some good placements, like top 4. I think Sugar Free's gonna win Rookie of the Year. If he doesn't, I think that'd be very unfortunate. But yeah, I think he goes up here. Maybe even here. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of the season goes for him, but I think he will. Super! Wait, where'd Super go? I just dropped him somewhere by accident. Where did I put Super? Oh, okay. Yeah, Super's not out already. That's why he's just a streamer now. He wasn't ready for the big leagues. Nah, I mean, 2-time champ. I mean, what else is there to say? He goes up there. Easy. He goes way up there. Oh, super rich. Or like super... I thought it was like super rich, but there's no second R. I don't know exactly if it's super itch, or super rich. Doesn't matter. He was on that Infinite Hangzhou bench. Actually, no, I think he play. I remember this guy got hyped up a lot, but then I never saw anything really once he was actually in the league. Everyone was saying he was like the next best Chinese main support, but I don't really remember him doing anything. He played. I remember him playing, but like I just never heard anything from him after. Surefour was good for his time. He popular streamer too. He's kind of a funny guy. Yeah, I think he goes near Jake and soon. Who is that? Swan. Yeah, you go down here, buddy. He was better than Swoosh. the little praise I can give him is he did replace Swoosh. He was better than Swoosh, but not better enough to go in another tier above. Actually, he goes below all these guys, actually. Maybe not the Valiant guys. But he goes below the Paris guys and the Titans guys. Let's go Taimu. Taimu was good in the olden days. And I mean the really olden days. When he was on Dallas, Dallas struggled. I struggled to put him even average, man. Taimu looked pretty bad at points in his career. I mean, maybe with, yeah. Dude, mistakes? Okay, I did mistakes kind of dirty. Hold on, I gotta... Well, no, not really, actually. No, Taimu's gotta go below these guys. I think Taimu's gotta go below these guys. I think Taimu's gotta go, like, way down here. Oh, no. Yeah. Yeah, I think Taimu's gonna go, like, there. Next up was Tayo. I think he played a map. He barely played. He barely played for Shock. He just barely played. He either didn't play or he played like 2 maps. I don't think Tayo really played at all. Same with Terra Cookie. Except Tayo was like on the good Shock, so you can kind of give him benefit of the doubt for not getting playtime. Chengdu was not good when Terra Cookie was on the team, and he still didn't play, so it's probably not a good sign. Teru? I always thought Teru was okay. He was definitely one of the better pieces on Titans when Titans were bad. And he's looked, then where did he go? He went to Spark? And then he was playing flex support for Spark. He was playing Kiriko and he looked actually decent. And then he's playing for Justice right now, and Justice looked pretty decent as well. So I think it's fair to put Teru in average. Sort of near the bottom. He's been kind of getting carried by Alpha Yi ever since and Shy ever since he switched to support. But his DPS play was not too inspirational. I'll put him in average. Tizzy. I don't think this guy played much. He was on London in Season 1, I don't think he played at all. And then he was on Titans Season 2, and he played a little bit, but they played Bumper the most of the year. And then only when it was like, Ryan wasn't meta anymore, they started playing Tizzy. Tizzy was good in Contenders, though. I don't know, I just struggled to rate him. He didn't have that much playtime. And Titans were worse once they were out of goats, and they couldn't. And Bumper wasn't playing grind anymore. I'll put him here, middle of meh. Toby. I love Toby. One of my favorite players of all time. I think he goes right up there with Moth. I think he's one of the greatest main support players to ever touch the game. Not quite on Lee Jagon's level, but I give him props. And also he was the first to do it. Toby was the first. He was the original Lucio god. Like, I don't know. He invented it, man. Well, who's to say he really invented it? But he was like the first really, really skilled Lucio player. I'll put him up here at least. Actually, I'll put him at the... No, I'm just gonna put him here. 2U. Yeah, this guy never impressed me. Played off tank on Soul. Didn't do anything. No highlights. Nothing. No crazy results. Nothing, man. Trill. Did Trill ever end up even getting to play? Remember there was a whole thing about him, like they signed him and then it was forever and then they like couldn't get him to play. They might have got him to play. I don't remember. But he's Australian. Somewhere in here, I would say. Put him right there. Suna. Yeah, this guy was he was at the bottom of the league during his time. That's all there is to it. Tuba. I liked Tuba, but Justice was not good. He was not on the good Justice, so I mean, I think he can go right next to Suna that I just put in here. To Vic. Tavik was actually good for his time. Easily the best player, or not easy. No, Saya player is the best player in Season 1 Mayhem. But Tavik wasn't bad. Mayhem just sucked. Put him at the top of average. I think. Nah, Spire. No, he goes below Spire. He goes below Linkser and Flower. What am I saying? He goes like right here. Yeah, he can go next to like Agilities, Shadowburn. Yeah, he goes in here. Apply. Yeah, he goes right around there. Twilight. Where did I have like Shoe and Alarm? Yep. These guys are all interchangeable. You can put them in any order you want. They're all so good. So good at flex support. It's actually crazy how many good flex support players there are. Ultraviolet? I thought Ultraviolet is pretty good. He looked good on Atlanta last year. I definitely don't think he's the problem on Toronto this year. I'll put him with Crimzo. I rate him equal to Crimzo. Maybe a bit above, actually. I think he is a little bit better than Crimzo. Unko was good for his time. One of the better Western flex supports at the time. Where'd I put Sleepy? I think Unko has to go above Sleepy. They played at the same time, and I think Unko was better. I mean, Dogman. Yeah, I put Unko above Dogman. I think he goes around the top of good here. Valentine. I liked Valentine. I think he was one of the better pieces on Boston when Boston was not good. And he's been doing okay for himself in contenders recently. I think he's a good average DPS player. Just stuck on a really bad team. Venom. Yeah, this guy never impressed me that much. Everyone was hyping him up like he was some tracer god, but he just looked average. He looked worse than Shax, I think, actually. I think he goes somewhere around here. Middle of average. Verbo. Yeah, this guy barely played. Season 1 Valiant player. And not the good one either. Not the good Season 1 Valiant players either. He goes down here. I mean, he barely even played over, like, once they got Custa, Kariv. Those guys were the good support line, I should say. Vastola was pretty good. I mean, Paris managed to get a nice, even middle of the pack run with Vastola. I think it's fair to say he was an average player. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Victoria. I thought Victoria was alright. Probably near the bottom end of average, but not a bad player by any means. The whole Boston system that year was just not the greatest. Vigilante has barely played. He's been on Atlanta for 2 years now, and I think he's been like sort of the third guy. Like, he gets subbed in a little bit, but he doesn't actually play that much. So just because he's lacking playtime, I can't give him above an average, even though he looks good when he plays. Vindame. I thought Vindame looked really good last year. Legitimate, like, I think he could have got a Roll Star award. But Shock look tragic so far this year. Do I necessarily think that's Vindame's fault? No. But it is kind of a black mark on his record. I'd say he goes at the top of average. Violet. Think about how much worse San Francisco Shock look now that Violet's left. And I mean, Super has said multiple times that he thinks Violet is like the best player ever. Which means a lot coming from a guy with an ego as big as Super's. Yeah, Violet definitely goes up in the GOAT candidate. He's definitely a candidate for one of the greatest of all time. Viper. Viper's another Rookie of the Year contender. Unfortunately, his team is just doo-doo dog cheeks. So, oh, where did I put him? I just dropped him by accident. Why do all the T1 guys have the same haircut and do the same pose? I can't tell. I actually can't tell which one of these guys is Viper. Who did I just drop in here by accident? Why do all the T1 guys do this pose? It's derailing my video. Oh my god. Or, no, this one's Junbin. So this one's Viper, right? Hold on, let me pull up the Junbin picture. Dude, they have the same haircut. They're doing the same pose in the same jersey. They don't even have their number on it. Oh wait, they got their arm... No, they don't. Wait, this one he's got fingers out. This one he's got fingers tucked. Oh, I didn't even like drag his picture up. Oopsies. Okay, Viper. Rookie of the Year, a candidate. I think he goes at least in good. You have to if you're a contender for that title. I think his team is just too bad. Like, a team too heavy. You can't carry them any harder. I think he's gonna go right about there. Next to Baby Bay. Sure. Okay, Void. One of the greatest off-tank players of all time. He goes above Janu. I think he goes... above Hanbin? No. Ah! Sort of, actually. I think he goes next to Hanbin. I think he goes right next to Hanbin. Yeah, Void was one of the best ever. Just no question about it. Vulcan. Yeah, unfortunately, you get to go with all your teammates on Vegas Eternal. You guys have not won a match yet. Wicked! Okay, I'm convinced this guy was paying somebody off. There is no reason this guy should have ever been getting playtime over Fleta. Just none. Just no discernible reason why this guy ever played over Fleta. Woo y'all, or woo y'all, or however you say this guy's name. Yeah, he was one of the best D.Va players during his time. He got statistically he was one of the best, and then he got kind of exposed for saving his stats because he didn't. There was like an overtime play where he just didn't touch the cart so that he didn't die to preserve his KD. He was sort of a KD type of player. But I thought he was really good when he was playing. I think he goes like, where did I put Bishu? I think he goes above Bishu. Hey, whoa, he's sneaking up here high. Whoa. Above Poco, yeah? I don't think he goes too much higher. I think this is where he's gotta stop. Poco, Hoppa. Yeah. Who y'all? Yeah, he goes right there. Who are you? The greatest, like, Genji prodigies. He was one of my favorite players for a long time. Unfortunately, just hasn't looked great when he's been in Overwatch League. It's just, he got there too late. He was just too young. They didn't let him play when he was at his peak. Same thing with Flower. I think him and Flower are very similar. I'd love to put them both higher, but I just can't. Wub. I mean, Wub's not on this Paris that's terrible, but he wasn't on the good Paris. Paris wasn't good exactly either. So I won't put him in not Owl already, but he's still gonna go in disappointing. Put him like right there. Unfortunate though. Unfortunate for Wub. I think he deserved another shot though. If he still even plays, I don't really know what his status is. Wea. I thought Wea was good, but Valiant didn't win, so yeah. He was on Charge for a little bit when Charge were so bad at that time, but they did win a couple games, but yeah. Sorry, Wea. Zephyr, okay. Wait, actually, wait, I need a new tier. Can I make a new tier? Add row above. Add row above. Scrim God. Scrim God Zephyr. Our glorious God. Our glorious Scrim God Zephyr. Praise praise Zephyr. You know, if you know, he might have not showed it in the matches, but I'm telling you guys, if Zephyr was playing like he played in scrims in the matches, oh my god, he would have been the greatest player of all time. All you new Overwatch League fans, you don't know. You don't know what Zephyr was about. Zushu, yeah, 0-40 Shanghai Dragons. Yeah, you go right there. Xe, I thought Xe was very good hit scan player for his time. I don't think that's a hot take. It's actually very unfortunate that he had that wrist injury that took him out for season 4. Yeah. And then, well, he got benched by Hydron, didn't he? That means I have to put him below Hydron. I don't necessarily think that's true. I mean, it is true because it literally happened, but I think Xe, what he did in season 3 was way beyond anything Hydron's done. Maybe his career fell off a bit to the end, but I mean, I have Hydron up here. I'll put him right below Hydron, I guess. I think, yeah. I think if Xe at his peak was way higher, but he did get benched for Hydron, so that is some direct scaling we can go off of. Yaki. I love Yaki. One of my favorite players to watch. I'll put him up here. Do I put him? No, I don't put him up there. That's a bit too much. That's a bit too much Yaki cope. That's a bit too much. Going crazy off the Yaki. He gets to go right here, I think. Ons Kevster, yeah. Yakbung played for Toronto when they were bad, and then he played for New York when they were bad. The lowest common denominator says that Yakbung was the problem. Yang Xiaolong played on Chengdu. Obviously, you can see that from the graphic because it's orange. And I know the name, and I'm trying to remember what he played. Did he play DPS? Well, clearly he was pretty forgettable. Youngjin. I like Youngjin. He kind of had a goofy hero pool. The thing Youngjin is remembered for is stepping off the cart on Dorado in overtime, just losing them the game. Editor, pull that up. Pull up the Youngjin C9. Worst C9 of all time.
Deal with.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Youngjin.
Oh my god. That was actually a C9.
That is a big old C9.
Yeah, he was just like an average DPS player, though. Yveltal. Best Chinese main support player of all time. I think that's fair to say. I think that's more than fair to say. What other support players do I have in this tier? Onimo? I have rate him over Onimo, I think. I don't rate him over Funny Astro. I think he gets to go at the bottom of Roll Star. Zachary. Zachary was alright. Nothing special, I'll be honest. Yeah, Seagull, sort of. Mangachu tier, yeah. Down there, for sure. Zappis. Yeah. Yeah, Florida was not good in Season 1. Yeah, you get to go down here. I did actually think Zappis was one of the better players on that team, so you can go at like the top end of disappointing. Zebasai. Yeah. See, now I think Zebasai was part of the problem on Florida. You go down here. Zest? Zest has looked really good. He only started playing last year, but he looked really good. And he's looked really good so far this year. I got no problems with Zest. I would rate him over these guys. Maybe like right at the top of good here. I think he's one of these type of players. Zunba? Zunba was one of my favorites, but he just had a bit of an unfortunate career. Not unfortunate career, but I don't know. Seoul just should have been better, considering what their roster was. I think he probably goes at the bottom end of good. Below late young, yeah. Down here with Miro, his friend. His teammate. Zupe. Zupe goes, Zupe. Was Zupe the problem on Florida Season 1? Possibly. Right there with Chipside. Zick. I think Reddit actually ruined this guy's career. There's this one guy on Reddit who would just talk about Zik all the time, and I think everyone just got sick of it and then started hating on him because of that guy. Because he had this super fan on Reddit that just pissed everyone off, which I think just made everyone hate Zik. He wasn't that good. He was on a bad Toronto. Definitely a below average DPS player. Alright, I got 2 more people to add that I forgot earlier. XQC, Le Streamer, XQCL's in the chat. He was actually pretty good for his time before he got kicked out for being not a good person. Let's just say not the most controversial figure, but not exactly good thing that he did. But it's okay. I think he gets to go in the top half of average. He was actually quite good for his time. He was definitely above average, that is, in his day. Let's just say that. And then the other one I forgot was Dream Casper, who is a far more controversial figure. He was texting some underage girls. Let's just say that. So obviously not a good person. He deserved to get kicked out of the league for that, for sure. But in terms of his gameplay, unfortunately, he was good. So, but he definitely gets to go up here. All right. So I went back and organized it. Now it goes main tank, off tank, DPS, flex support, and then main support. I also moved a few people. I moved Fate up from Roll Star to Legend. That's where Fate is here now. I moved Kevster and Sparkle up from Roll Star into Legend as well. So we got Kevster and Sparkle here. I don't think oh yes, I moved Creative and Iris up from Great to Roll Star. And I moved Kariv up from Good to Great. I think that was all the moves I made. And I only sorted from average, good, great, Roll Star, Legend, and GOAT candidate. I figured most people didn't care too much about the meh, disappointing, and not OWL ready, so I just left that as I made it in the video. For clarity's sake, I'll read off the top couple tiers, and then I will just have the tier list up, and you can take a look at it and see what you think about it. If you made it all the way to the end, thanks for watching, and make sure to comment below what my best take was here and what my worst take is. Who did I put in the most incorrect spot? Alright, so from the top we got the only tank in GOAT candidate is Smurf. Then we have 4 DPS players, Prophet, Birdring, Leave, and Carpe. And then we have 1 support player, Violet. In the Legend tier, we have 3 tanks, Fearless, Super, and Fate. Sorry, 3 main tanks. And then we have 3 off tanks, Choi Hyobin, Hanbin, and Void. Then we have several DPS players, Proper, Striker, Rascal, Lip, Pelican, Hawksall, Sparkle, Kevster. Then we have the supports, Fielder, Shu, Twilight, Alarm, Iziaki, Jonak, and then the only main support, Bijagon. In Roll Star, we have 4 main tanks, being Mono, Someone, Gesture, and Fissure. Then we have 3 off tanks, Fury, Janu, and Space. Then we have our DPS, Decay, Ons, Yaki, Fitz, Fleta, Sabiolbi, Alpha Yi, Sinatra, Libero. Then we have our supports, Toby, Moth, Chio, Funny Astro, Xerneas / Yveltal, and then Creative and Iris. In Great, we have Gushui, Gaga, Dante, Bumper, Meko, Hawk, Piggy, Edison, Merit, Shy, Checkmate, Architect, BQB, Stalker, EQO, Saya Player, Choice A1, Corey, Flora, and then supports we have Pedosin, Faraway 1987, Kariv, Jaehong, Chorong, Jexay, Onimo, Slime, and Nus.